go live.
Later, Gordon was taking on water from a standpipe because the water tower was under repair. I wouldn't drink too much of that water if I were you, Gordon. It might give you boiler ache. Pah, said Gordon. What's this? Educating Gordon Day?
Yes, Gordon. Today is indeed Educating Gordon Day. It's April 1st, so it must be Educating Gordon Day. But this year, Gordon, you will be joined by another person. Someone who became popular from a film franchise from 1999.
You were so sure was real. What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world?
What is happening to me?
The answer is out there, Neo. It's the question that drives us.
What is the Matrix?
The Matrix is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
They're watching you, Neo.
Human beings are a disease. You are a cancer of this planet. We are the cure.
Get the hell out of here!
Welcome to the real world.
So you're here to save the world. So what do you need? Guns. Lots of guns.
No one has ever done anything like this.
That's why it's going to work.
Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy. Because Kansas is going bye-bye.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.
So, hello one and all, and welcome to tonight's live stream. Tonight is a very special stream. Today is Educating Gordon Day, as well as April Fool's Day, so we shall be playing games playing Roblox games related to Gordon. But as I had such a great time talking about The Matrix yesterday, we're also going to be talking about The Matrix films and playing games related to them. Right, but before we begin, let me catch up with the chat first, and then before we actually begin, I'm going to have a few things to say. So, hello to Summer Rose, hello to James, hello Awesome VHS channel, hello Dominic, hello William, hello My Little Pony fan, hello Sir Handel, hello James Lamont, hello New Rootmaster fan, hello FMPBBS, and hello Neon. Now Neon, I want to ask you, why have you rebranded yourself back to Neon? What happened to your OC and what happened to Blue Fire? So anyway guys, let's read what you guys have been saying. So yeah, you guys must all be able to hear me. Who's Mo, New Rootmaster fan? N64 controller. I don't think it was that poorly designed, James. Yeah, it is the Matrix was filmed. Yes, I did know that. And today there will be a lot of facts regarding the Matrix in today's in today's stream, guys. There will be a lot of facts regarding the Matrix, a lot of production information. So yeah, you're having an identity crisis, Neon. Oh god. Well, I hope you get it sorted soon. I did have Disney Plus for a while, FMPBBS. Blue Fire is scrapped. Oh, how come? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I did have Disney Plus for a while, but I don't use it anymore. Only my parents still use Disney Plus. It is educating Gordon Day A. Smith. Yeah, it is educating Gordon Day A. Smith. Hello, John Cena. Welcome to the stream. Keanu is a national treasure, in the words of Sonic. Yes, Keanu, I suppose, is a national treasure. Why'd you hate him? Well, Odd Dragon ASMR has also come. Welcome. Yeah, I was about to say that he may be able to join, and he has. So, special welcome to Odd Dragon. We're going to be, I've really been wanting to catch up with him. Really been wanting to catch up with you, Odd. I've got a lot I want to say that I previously said to all my other subscribers. The reason it was poorly designed was because of the awkward analog stick. I disagree. I've never found any proper I disagree. I've never had any proper issues with I've never had any proper issues with the N64 controller when I've done my gameplays. You think someone an opinion basher? Oh god, sorry to hear that. Yeah, he said a Nintendo engines. You mean tenders for Henry? I do may hear. Oh yeah, you did your Here Come the Teletubbies. Yeah, you did say you would. And what are you drawing me on? You made it too. So yes, hello one and all. So yeah. Now, before we begin, I did update both OBS and my computer before. That's a little harsh, James. Yeah, I did update both my computer and Roblox and OBS before this stream began, so we should have no more problems streaming Roblox. There shouldn't be any massive delay issues. Fingers crossed there won't be any more delay issues now that cause the stream to lag behind by a good minute or so. Yeah. So guys, with no more ado, let's get in. We will first get into this really fun game I found based on one of the scenes from the scene where Neo fights multiple clones of Agent Smith in The Matrix Reloaded. It's actually a really fun game. Yeah, in a minute, James. Yeah, dragons. So guys, without further ado, let's get into this game. Hopefully we won't have any problems. No, I don't start the stream. I haven't started any streams an hour early. We're perfectly on time. I said this stream would be starting, I said this stream would be starting at, this stream started, oh, hang on. Yeah, this stream started on time. So sad, your 20 years VHS review got blocked. Yeah, I know, it is pretty sanding. Anyway, let's play this game. The rubbery Agent Smith with CGI. You want a piece, do ya? Oh, now there's more spawning. So, Odd Dragon, if you're still here, can you just tell me, why, have you uploaded your channel update video yet? And if not, do you plan to? Hang on, I just want to make sure you guys can actually hear me. Yeah, beat their asses. Just eating anything to get blocked. I agree, Neon. Which queenies didn't get blocked, yes. You want a piece, do ya? Yeah? You want a piece? Oh, hang on, I can see on my phone that the stream's lagging. We're having lagging issues. Oh, you only got the outline finished? Oh, don't worry then. Oh my god, we're having a lot of streaming issues. Yeah, we have a lot of frame rate issues. We seem to be having some frame rate issues. It doesn't matter though. Lego revealed their... Oh, really? Oh, wow, how interesting. Oh, they revealed their lighting sets. How interesting. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Bill Bricks. You have L. Well, Odd, you did say that it would be ready on Friday, but these things happen, I suppose. Anyway, guys, hang on, let's first catch up. It says there's only 5 people watching. That can't be right. Yeah, that surely can't be right. My boy. I had some sort of pasta for dinner, but I don't really know what it's called. But that's for dinner, basically. Ouija. Zillum. Any Kiko terms? I have L. Something seems to be going on. Oh, don't worry, actually. So, guy. Anyway, Odd Dragon, if you're still here, something very special is going to be happening very soon. In a few days' time, well, not a few days, but from the 11th to the 14th of April, no, I'm talking to Odd Neon. So, Odd, from the 11th to the 14th of April, I am going to be going on a holiday to the south of France. Yeah, I'm going to the French Riviera. I suppose so, Ouija. So yeah, guys, yeah, you did definitely word it wrong. Yeah, you did definitely word it wrong. There, that must have been it. Oh, don't worry, though. Take all the time you need. Hang on, I've just... Okay, the stream seems to have fully caught up. Anyway, so for those who don't know, I'm very soon going to be going on a high-speed train holiday to the south of France from the 11th to the 14th of April. I'm going to be staying in Nice. Yeah, thanks, Odd. Yeah, I'm going to be staying in Nice. I'm going to be staying... So on the first day, it'll just be me and my mum. So we're going to be staying in Nice. So on the first day, we're going to go to Nice and Monte Carlo. Yeah, look around Nice and go to Monte Carlo as well. And then on the second day, Cannes and Antibes. So we're only going to have 2 full days there, but that'll be enough. Yeah, 3 nights total, basically. Yeah, 3 nights total, basically. And I'm looking for... And I am going to... And I'm going to be making a 4-part video series called Mr. 16's Holiday to coincide with... I'm going to be filming my trip to Nice and uploading it as a 4-part video series called Mr. 16's Holiday. In reference to Mr. Bean's holiday. You ever seen Mr. Bean's holiday, Odd? Or any Mr. Bean in general? You're just leaving a message, gonna join the stream properly at 8 o'clock? No problem, Electro. See you then. The same place, Mr. Yeah, that's right, cans. Don't make me... You doing DVD reviews now? Oh, very interesting, Well Penny fan. Very interesting. Lots of sites to take in. Yes, there will be. Oh yeah, quiz. You're not doing... I'm still doing... Not DVD... Oh, April Fools. Oh, God. So, oh, what else would I want to say? I wanted to say something else now. But I've forgotten. What? Did it really scare you as a kid? How come? Can you imagine Mr. Bean, Chevy Bel Air? I don't even know what that is. A CGI Mr. Bean film? Interesting. How very interesting. Oh my god. I swear I wanted to say something too odd now, but I've forgotten what it is. Oh yeah, I've forgotten what I wanted to say to him next. It'll come back to me. Now then. So, Roblox doesn't seem to be causing any lagging issues with this stream anymore. However, there does still seem to be a lot of frame rate issues, so we'll come back to that later. For now, though, let's look up The Matrix on the Greatest Movies wiki. Here it is. Rated R by the MPAA. No, that's Mr. Bean, the Ultimate Disaster movie that you're referring to. I actually slightly prefer it over Mr. Bean's Holiday, but both films are still really great. Though as I said, I do slightly prefer Mr. Bean, the Ultimate Disaster movie. Ultimate Disaster movie is where he goes to America. Holiday is where he goes to the south of France. Yeah, were you scared by the by the drawing he drew in place of the Whistler's mother's face? Because if so, then that's kind of understandable. Hates oysters, thanks to the time we went to the hotel. Yes, Sherlock Gnomes. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. But it looks like a pretty crappy film. Hot Wheels is going to release Mr. Beanie's van. Yeah, you've told me multiple times, Dominic. Let's see now. Oh yeah, Wyatt inspects codes. Hot Wheels is going to release Mr. Bean Mini. Oh yeah, we already said that. You want to see Sonic? Yeah, Elias Flinter has also been to see it. I'm not going to see it for a while though. He takes the real one. Love the ending. Yeah, I know. The animated Mr. Bean originally aired on ITV and Saturday, but has moved to CGI due to it becoming more popular with younger audiences. Yeah, very nice indeed. Oh yeah, I've remembered what I wanted to say to Odd now. So it's really great that you've decided to come, Odd. However, you know what would make me even more grateful? If you perhaps pressed my subscribe button, Odd, and that way you'll be able to keep up to date with all of my videos. Yeah, so maybe if you could perhaps press my subscribe button, then that would perhaps make me even more grateful. Odd Dragon. Perhaps if you could subscribe to me? There were two such references in LEGO City Undercover, such as Barry Smith being modeled after Morpheus and Blackwell's goons looking like Agent Smith. I do see the connection now, William. A lot of likable characters, Neo, Trinity, Morpheus, popularized bullet time, everything slows down, so the air. Hacker who discovers the world he's been living in is all a simulation, very good. Oh, very well, James, I will. Oh my god. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. Pretty sure you are subbed? Ah. Well, I'll check again. What would you mind? Hot Finnis in Estonian. Oh, James. You little ripper. Pretty sure you are subbed? What about your main channel? Is your main channel subbed to me? Yeah, what about your main channel, Odd? Is your main channel subbed to me? One of my tuners doesn't like South Park, Jeremy Kyle. Yeah, Jeremy Kyle, I understand. And Little Britain especially. Oh, Jesus Christ, on a bicycle, Little Britain. And you Submarino too? Yes. Yes, I see you are. Very good. How are you doing along with this? Okay. Very good, Electro. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I did just get trolled indeed. And Train Lover just leaving another message. Alright, you Shaq. Yeah, I'm very grateful that Odd is here tonight. Chase fighting in slow-mo being a direct reference, yeah. Oh yeah, and also Chase saying, I know Kung Fu, and the Jitsu guy saying, show me. That's another reference to The Matrix. Yeah, a few references in Lego City Undercover. Yeah, main channel is subbed. Excellent. Very good, both your channels are subbed. Thank you very much. Yeah, Neon rebranded himself again. He says he's going through an identity crisis at the moment. He doesn't know what his OC wants to be. The most twisted... I don't actually remember, James. Everyone at my school is obsessed with Still Game and Little Britain. I don't even know what Still Game is. What's my dream car? Yellow Ferrari 458, though I doubt I'll get one. I very much doubt I'll get one now. Identity crisis. Okay, let's read more of this. There's almost nothing explicit going on with the movie, meaning it would have gotten a PG-13 rating instead. Yeah, this film does deserve a bit more of a... Yeah, I do think The Matrix deserves a PG-13 rating rather than R. I've barely seen any explicit scenes in it. Jitsu guy. Oh yeah, Barry Smith. Ah, I remember his name now. Now then. In last week, rebrand in a week's time. Now at the end of my last stream, towards the end of last week's stream, did you pre-write the default .6 Godzilla thing, or were you asked to do it? Oh yes. Now then, guys. There's nowhere you want to be than yourself, yeah. Now then, guys, towards the end of last week's stream, we were talking about, towards the end of last week's stream, we were talking about the helicopter crash scene towards the end of the film, and Neon mentioned how he loved the glass warping effect. Well, I'm going to show you the helicopter scene now, because it's also one of my favourite my favourite scene in the film. Not going to go full screen though, just in case it gets copyright claimed. Sorry for causing any confusion. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, I don't think you're causing too much confusion. Renamed Dodge after frickin' planning and thing, Dylan. US doubled the magic room, oh god. We're so dedicated to Matrix, I agree, Neon. Look at this. Such a good scene. God, an Italian joke, oh yeah. And you know, that was actually that crash wasn't actually done. Oh yeah, you love that, don't you, Neon? That crash wasn't actually done with CGI. It was actually a miniature. And I know this because there's behind the scenes footage. Yeah, here's the behind the scenes footage. Yeah, I agree, Neon. See, look, it's a miniature behind the scenes. Oh, Magic Roundabout. Oh, you typed in Magic Railroad. Now, yeah, look, there's the test footage. A miniature on a green screen, and of course the glass warping effect had to be done with CGI, but the glass exploding and the helicopter exploding were practical, as you can see with miniatures. Joe Mama, oh god. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, well, I haven't seen the Venom films, but I'll take your word for it. Was it the 2005 film adaptation? Oh. So yeah, guys, as you can see, it was practical. Now Odds may not want me talking about this, but he did recently tell me that he's working on a pretty massive project, and which is one of the reasons he's been away from YouTube for such a long time. Do you mind if I talk about this, Odds? It's fine if you don't want me to. Do you mind if I tell everyone what you've told me? It's completely fine if you don't want me to. Anyway, while we wait for Odd to reply, let's have a look at the behind the scenes of the subway fight.
Camera, please.
Very nice. Delay in French, oh my god. That's it, so I can see Ready Player One. Very good. Oh my god, oh. Yeah, blue is all my favourites on the colour spectrum. Yeah, blue was my favourite colour for a while, but now it's yellow. I'm Steve, such a bad joke. Yes, my old funny fan, what do you want? Let's go to the hop. I don't even know what that is.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
You can talk. After all, I've told you nothing that would give anything away. Me and Luna are very secretive about it. Ah, so Luna's working on it with you, is she? Nice. So one of the reasons Odd's been away for a long while is he told me a few days ago that he's working on quite a massive project. He hasn't told me exactly what it is, but if I really had to guess what it is, my biggest guesses would be either some sort of independent film, most likely animated, or maybe a graphic novel, or a series of graphic novels, perhaps. Can't say for sure. Yeah, a series of graphic novels, maybe. Can't say for sure. Or I know this is a bit of a stretch, but maybe a TV show as well. Nah, I doubt it's a TV show. That really would be a lot of work. But yeah, either a series of graphic novel, or some sort of independent animated film are my biggest guesses for what Odd's big project is. So, is one of those guesses right, Odd? It's fine if you really can't tell me. Clearly cables were used for this. Yes, they were. You want so different because that's my favourite colour, along with a dash of white and a hint of violet. Who's Thomas Zoom, James? Let's go hop along song by their interview put by Roni and the Juniors. If you watch Indiana Jones on Channel 4, they censored the face melting scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark? By God! That is the most iconic scene in the film. I know it's pretty graphic, even by PG-13 standards, but why? It's the most iconic moment of the film. Bloody hell. Damn Channel 4. And when I watched Back to the Future back in December for the first time with my parents, they actually cut out the part where Jock says, when this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious shit. And I mean, like, that's one of the most iconic lines in the whole film. Why would you cut that out just for the words? Jesus Christ. Secretive marketing will likely begin later this month. I shall eagerly await it, and I'm eagerly awaiting your update video, Odd. I really hope, I hope you get your update video out at least sometime next week. I like Lilac Purple and Twilight Sky too. Awesome colour taste, yeah, indeed. Let's Go, Hobbits are sung in 1950s, running in the juniors. Right, let's continue watching this.
Where do you want these things?
Ready to roll. Oh yeah, so Sierra Railroad number 3. Oh yeah. Very nice. Yeah, my dad sometimes records the films that we watch. My dad does sometimes record the TV airings. However, you're working on the project right now and you have the stream in the background. Huh. Not very nice. Very nice indeed. I don't even know what the Goonies is. Yeah, my dad sometimes records TV airings, but me and my mum don't like it when he does. It means you have to go through the adverts, and like you guys said, some things could be cut out. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of that at all. So we always tried to watch it either on Amazon Prime, or Sky if they're available. But my dad doesn't like to pay for things if he can help it. Impressed at your work. Yeah, I'm very impressed too. No, I didn't, I didn't actually pirate it, but I did watch, but yes, I will admit I did resort to piracy to watch the Paw Patrol movie. Yes. Yeah, on this website, I did watch it on a website where someone uploaded it to a DriveLink website, and I watched it through that. Please don't tell. Please don't tell the policeman, guys. A young Josh Brolin. Who's Josh Brolin? When did I ever say that? No, you must have been confused, Boobrix. What I said was, I don't plan to have Sky or any sort of streaming service, or even cable, or even network and cable TV when I live on my own. I'm just gonna use YouTube, DVDs, and my VHS player basically. I'm not even gonna have have my TV connected to an aerial, and because of that, lucky me, that'll mean I won't have to pay a TV license. So, very good for me. Voicing Batman in the upcoming... Oh, very nice, William. And, oh god, what else did I want to say? What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, DC League of Super Pets has unfortunately been delayed to July. I'm having less and less idea of, I'm less and less interested in actually watching DC League of Super Pets, to be honest. Recently, diecast model from the movie Ambulance in 1/64 scales. Very nice. Yeah, as many of you know, I did recently go and watch Ambulance. Thought it called the James Team. Yeah, you've told me about them before. Do what you want, because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. I would never wish anyone bad anyone here. Except for Rod's friend, Roy. But to be honest, guys, I'm even missing Roy right now. I'm even missing Roy now. Roy is next up on your drawing list, is he? Very nice indeed. Yeah, let's continue after this. Ask my college and friends to be interest of you. List twice over. Don't worry about it, Neon. We all make writing mistakes. How come you're taking a break, my old honey fan, and for how long? Oh yeah, Lana and Lily Wachowski, formerly known as Andy and Larry and Andy Wachowski. Yeah, they became transgender. Recently added to Prime. Yeah, I recently watched it on Prime. On that movie. Yeah, you did. Oh, you saw the movie, did you? Indeed. Roy is the best. Very epic. Nice review. And did you go? And I've said this before. Oh, and if you're still here, are you planning on seeing Ambulance at some point? That new Michael Bay film. Are you planning on seeing that Ambulance at some point, Odd? Because, you know, it is actually a remake of a Danish film from 2005. So yeah, I think you might be interested in seeing it. 2 months. You have angered me immensely. Oh my god. So anyway, Odd, are you planning on seeing Ambulance at some point, as it's a remake of a film from your country? Keanu Reeves has Sace the Tumbleweed in Sponge on the Run. I haven't actually seen Sponge on the Run. I was planning to until it got pushed onto Netflix. Yeah, I don't tend to watch direct-to-streaming movies. Oh, hello, Dash of Misty Island. Welcome to the stream. And welcome to my channel. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. So, how's life on Misty Island with Bash and Ferdinand? Roy, the best dragon. Yes. Keanu, like that, since he has long hair now. Yeah, I think I did know that. They can be tough for as long as they can. Oh, yeah. Very good wire work. Well, it's a Michael Bay break, so no, not really. Oh, you've seen the original. Oh, so you have seen the original. Well, yeah, watch what you want, I guess. But yeah, it was just a suggestion, though. Watch what you want, though, I guess. You forgot about it after 15 minutes, did you? Oh God. Well, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was incredibly thrilling, and it's actually Michael Bay's highest rated film on Rotten Tomatoes as of now, with 74%. It was 76% when I posted that I was about to see it. But yeah, then another negative review came in and brought it down to 74%. Don't worry though. In Legend of Maxi, Sega's takeover, Maxi decides his own enough of his own piece, so he decides to make them go burst and hand out all their licenses to Sega. Lol. Life on Misty Island is good. Ferdinand hasn't been saying "that's right" too many times, has he, Dash? Some screenings of Smallfoot had the word crap editing out so it could get off with a U. Oh no. A late April Fool's joke. Oh, you still... Well, it is still technically April Fool's Day, so it is an April Fool's joke. So yeah, it still works, but yeah, you evidently hate Roy in reality, Neon, don't we? Twilight Sparkle Heroes movie to work on. How? Twilight Sparkle Heroes movie? Yeah, good luck with that. I'll look forward to seeing that very soon. Agent Smith and his clones playing the Australian actor Hugo Weaving. Oh yeah, Hugo Weaving. Oh, Sponge on the Run. Oh, okay. Ambulance looks damn interesting. It is a really good film. Michael Bay's bet. Yeah. Well, it's not my favourite Michael Bay film. I do still prefer The Rock and The Island, but I'd rank it in the middle of... I guess I'd put Transformers above Ambulance, but yeah, Ambulance is still one of Michael Bay's best films. Definitely deserves the praise it's gotten. I think you've told us that you hate April Fool's Day before. And it's understandable why some people hate April Fool's Day. I completely forgot it was until afternoon. I feel that rule is BS. April Fool's Day isn't officially over until midnight. Yeah, I say that rule is BS. We don't give a crap about Bruno. I would be angry when I was fooled, but since you're sucking the awesome dragon, I don't care. Yeah, you're both awesome. In fact, our dragon is as well. Anyone who's a dragon who comes on my streams is awesome. In fact, heck it, all of you are awesome. There are times where he says that's right. Though not as much as he used to. Well, that's good. Stranger Things is a flagship program. Managing on Disney Plus's flagship program. Going joins Amazon Prime's flagship program. Stranger Things is Netflix. Who's Oh, Bash. Bash is here as well. Very nice. Now all we need is Ferdinand. Welcome. Welcome, Bash. Green light model of the 1970 Monte Carlo model from Ace Ventura Pet Detective. Very nice. Green light model of the 70 Chevy model from Ace Ventura. Yeah. James Lister Bruno only wanted to save his future along with the poorer Paradox Zone. Why do you hate him? Encanto can bugger off. Why do you hate Encanto, Bill Bricks? James Lister is a dumb caboose, he's just a dumb caboose in an even stupider reboot. Oh, not yet, John. Not yet, John. Luna always uploads her videos right when I start streaming, so I'm never able to watch them the moment they come out. But I will check it out after the stream, though. Have to finish your Pac-Man World Let's Play? Yeah, you do. Go do that. It's a very mean-spirited movie. I haven't actually seen Encanto, but I'll take your word for it, though. Odd, you still here, Odd Dragon? Or are you just a bit focused on or are you a little bit or are you really in your rhythm of working on your project as of now? Doctor Who is probably the BB-ship's flagship program. What's ITV's? No idea, Bill Bricks. Alright, you go grab your dinner. We'll see you in a minute. Excellent, Odd. Thanks. Right, right, this has ended now. Oh, what about this one? Nintendo reference I somehow know because it being in Nintendo because of what Color Trying to say about the great fan in All Engines Go. And Kanto's on the Greatest Movies Wiki. I think I knew that. Friday Night Dinner, The In-Betweeners, and Far Totally Wrong, Channel 4's biggest successes. Yep, that is true. Polar Express go chased by Herbie the Love Bug and Other Stories. I don't know who Herbie is, so I wouldn't get it. I'll be going to Neos. I'll see you here in a short while. Oh, with Queens of Fairy. You going to get them? Alright. Yeah, you go off and get them. See you in a minute. Do I hate Frozen? Not really, actually. I think Frozen... I really don't understand Frozen's hate. It's so... Yeah, Frozen is definitely overhated.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Yeah, I think Frozen gets a bit too much hate. Oh, I think I knew that, my old friend fan. What did I want to say now? I swear I want to... Oh, yes! So yeah, you can clearly tell in the choreography of these fight scenes that The Matrix was you can clearly tell in the choreography of these fight scenes how the Matrix was influenced by Japanese anime, and yeah, you can clearly tell in the fight choreography of the Matrix that it's Japanese anime influence and graphic novel influence as well. Yeah, quite a lot of influence in quite a lot of Lana and Lily Wachowski did take quite a lot of influence. And the bigger thing they took influence from was Hong Kong action cinema. I recently watched a video about how brutal Hong Kong action cinema was, especially on the actors who were in it. God, they must have been through hell, those actors. Frozen got overly popular, so it wasn't cool liking it anymore. At least that's where most of the dislike comes from. There are, of course, people who just don't fancy it, yeah. Proud to be a Pixar fanboy, understandable. Merchandise milking machine. Well, yeah, I guess that's your opinion, but everyone's, But yeah, I just think Frozen is overhated. I expect I would like it if I watched it. Parody in Hodgepodge History is a talking turd. Yeah, I'll have to check that out someday. 1958 Plymouth Fury would have been a perfect car for P.T. Boomer. I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word for it, Dominic. Actually, guys, I'm going to show you that video about Hong Kong action cinema because it's really, really interesting. That video I found about Hong Kong action cinema, which influenced The Matrix. It's really interesting. Sod all underground, oh yeah, I've seen it. Hope Lightyear will win an Oscar, maybe. Here we are, here's the video I watched. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys this video. I don't think I'll be copyright claimed for this one. Yeah, this video is really interesting.
Who doesn't love 80s action cinema? I mean, just look at the heroes that graced the silver screen at the time. You had John Matrix, John Rambo, John McClane, and Chan Ka-Koi?
Hi.
I actually quite like the Dark Knight Batmobile. Yeah, very grounded in reality, and plus I'm led to believe that it's based on a real vehicle. Yeah, very unique design. For those reasons, I'd say the Dark Knight trilogy Batmobile is my favorite. Fingers crossed.
I've seen so many videos on YouTube where people discuss 80s action cinema but never seem to bring even the most popular Hong Kong films into the conversation. That's something I've always found mind-boggling because if you've seen these movies, you know how hard-hitting, fast-paced, and exhilarating the action was. And sure, they don't always have
look at that! Look at that stuff!
Or the intricate character dynamics of Lethal Weapon. But when it comes to
I swear
pure action
Robocop isn't
filmmaking,
18,
the stuff where the actors gotta shut up and do stuff for the audience to marvel at, Hong Kong was unparalleled. So what exactly made 80s Hong Kong action cinema so damn good?
I recently came up with an idea for a science fiction action film heavily inspired by The Matrix and the films that inspired it. I'll tell you guys about it later on in this stream. Did I see his... I was notified of his video, but I haven't seen it yet, but I plan to. The Batmobile from Batman Begins and the Dark Knight. Oh, the Tumbler. Is it a real vehicle, Bill Bricks? Just to remind me? MTV50 spotted SpongeBob troll videos, and I was doing the actions of the characters.
It's important to note that most of these actors were skilled not only in the martial arts, but also in acrobatics, since guys like Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, Yuen Biao, and many other notable Hong Kong stars were actually trained as Peking opera performers in their youths. As many of you would have guessed, the training required to get to their level of physical skill was absolutely grueling and backbreaking.
See what I mean?
And of course, the Peking opera scene was dying in the 60s and 70s. So these trained opera performers were forced to try their hands at stunt work for the early Shaw Brothers and Golden Harvest Pictures. Soon enough, they would climb up the ranks from stuntmen to actors to action choreographers, and By the time the 80s rolled along, these guys were pulling the strings of the Hong Kong action movie industry in front of and behind the camera.
1966.
And for
I don't
that
know what it
reason,
looks like, but
their
I'll take
knowledge
your
of
word
martial
for
arts
it.
and acrobatics allowed for a new type of exciting and cinematic action for the Hong Kong audience to adore post Bruce Lee. Now, let's examine what exact acting techniques these people use in their action scenes. One is exaggerated movement, where the director would often have the actors perform relatively simple
John, Odd Dragon and John, are you two still here? You two haven't chatted for a while.
movements in this grand staccato-like burst of action.
I use the TV remote as
This
the
is an
object.
obvious byproduct of 70s Hong Kong action, again taking influence from the art of Peking opera. Another
Very nice,
important thing
James.
for the actors to keep in mind is to actually sell the hits.
Oh! Yeah, that was,
These filmmakers really want the audience to feel the blow, and all of that impact can be stripped away if we don't even believe that these fighters are getting hurt in their physical altercations. They actually take the time to grimace when they get punched in the face, or roll over in agony after taking a nasty hit or fall.
Oh, God.
It's actually really hard to make falling look good, and the Hong Kong actors and stunt guys definitely master the art of falling.
Excellent. Very
just look at
good.
how 80s stunt guys in America fell.
Right. Don't worry, you two.
And
Just
then look at
making
how 80s
sure.
stunt guys in Hong Kong fell. Sure, one is more realistic, but the other is definitely more cinematic. Now, it's one thing to sell the hits, but it's another thing to actually want the audience to feel the blow. And this is where Hong Kong had the actors utilize movie magic for their pursuits. One technique that's ubiquitous among Hong Kong action movies is the use of powder powder that really adds that extra visual layer of impact the audience enjoyed.
Very nice.
One could do similar techniques with sweats,
SpongeBob, you moron.
rice, and of course, blood.
Oh yeah, blood, the R-rated stuff.
And finally, it's imperative to note that the
You know, I'm just gonna I think blood in film. I think movie blood should from now on be called R-rated juice. Who agrees with me?
Hong Kong way of shooting action really stressed clarity. You can see how much Hong Kong values clarity by looking at how these actors are dressed for the action sequences. The protagonist faction will always wear one style of clothing, while the antagonist faction wears a completely different style. Just look at the final fight sequence of Sammo Hung's My Lucky Stars. You don't even need to have seen this movie to know who's who, because with this image alone, we already know which party we ought to root for. Furthermore, the apparent differences between the heroes and the villains allow for a more clear and visually alluring fight scene for the audience to look at. And this brings me to the second topic of analysis.
Don't you dare try and troll him, James. Oh yeah, choreography and
Again,
stunts.
it's
This is the
crucial to
most
remember
interesting
that
part of the
people we see in Hong
video.
Kong action films aren't your average Joes found on the street. They are legitimately skilled in what they do, with years of experience under their belts. Action stars who aren't as adept in martial arts, acrobatics, or stunt work would definitely find it difficult to even make it out alive after making one of these films, because the speed, power, and pain that's demanded from the action directors is, for lack of a better phrase,
Jackson's good. Yeah, you said
absolutely
before, my old penny
bananas.
fan.
So they sent me to the hospital, and the doctor looked at it and he said, "Oh, he kicked you so hard, he split your internal ear open. And
Oh
there's
my
nothing I
God,
can do
yeah.
about it. I can't stitch it. I can't go in." And so Steve said, "Okay, go back to the set." So I go back to the set, blood coming out of my face, and continue the fight scene. You know, I'm going,
Oh yeah,
"Okay,
see how
this is
brutal
Hong
it
Kong.
was
This
for
is what
them.
you do."
Perhaps the most notable difference between American action cinema and Hong Kong action cinema is the elegance of the action choreography, where in the 80s, Hong Kong remained unmatched.
I
If you've
think
seen
I
these
see where
fights,
this
you know
joke's
exactly
going.
What I'm talking about. The movements within the fights are timed to a capital T, and the choreography is so damn intricate that it makes you wonder how these action directors find the time and money to perfect these moves in the first place. Hong Kong also makes sure to have their fights tell little stories, where instead of just having two guys beat the hell out of each other until some winner comes out on top, you get little wins and little losses from both opponents,
Yeah, this
including
is
some time to
interesting.
breathe in between for not just the opponents, but the audience as well. This back and forth tugging of wins and losses keeps the viewers on their toes because they too are tugged along for the nail-biting ride. These fights also seem to strike the perfect balance between legitimate fighting, which can get rather ugly and uncinematic, and operatic non-realism, which is pretty, but ends up feeling like a dance rather than a fight. The end result of this blend is magical, because you often have the legit jabs, blocks, bobs, and grapples for an MMA match, but still retain that cha-cha 1-2-3 rhythm for a dance number.
Gonna watch the Karate Kid trilogy.
The Hong Kong tempo is actually quite fast. The blows per second rate is easily the highest among all the other fighting movie markets around the world.
Two dogs as henchmen.
But despite the insane speed of the moves shared by the opponents, these action directors still manage to keep every hit, block, and dodge precise and clear enough for our camera to see. And as if getting these hits precise wasn't intense enough, Hong Kong action directors also make sure to actually have these actors hit each other.
Oh yes,
I mean actual
very
UFC
important
knuckle sandwiches to the face,
detail.
though hits like that do happen from time to time. I'm referring to the manner in which they block each other's attacks. These actors are legitimately stopping full force punches and kicks with their often non-padded arms. And it definitely doesn't seem like a pleasant experience.
Every day after shooting, I had to have a medical treatment for my both arms.
No, I haven't actually seen the Karate
movements
Kid,
were
Bill
very
Bricks.
difficult, and I didn't have enough.
You'll watch the Back to the Future
While
trilogy?
they
Oh
fight.
yeah, I recently finished the trilogy. Yeah, it's so entertaining, My Little Pony fan. You absolutely should see it.
And on the topic of unpleasant experiences, let's talk about the notorious Hong Kong stunts.
Yeah, where's James gone? Oh yeah, the stunts.
In case you didn't know, Jackie Chan was not the only Hong Kong
Hang
stunt
on,
guy,
let's see that
as
again.
there was a whole
Let's see that again.
Hong Kong stunts.
Oh my god. Electricity, actual electricity.
In case you
Oh
didn't
my
know,
god.
Jackie Chan
that
was
must
not the
look so
only Hong Kong stunt
painful.
guy, as there was a whole industry full of these people in Hong Kong who were willing to put their lives on the line for the audience's entertainment. And sure, Jackie did the wildest and most iconic stunts, but with the lack of CGI in 80s Hong Kong, no one was safe. Male
Oh yeah,
fighters,
80s CGI.
female fighters,
Yeah, everyone got beat up and pummeled.
men and women who aren't even action stars.
Want them off school for the next 2 weeks? Very good.
Hell, why not
Bill
bring
Bricks?
children into the mix too?
Even children. Jesus. Even children are involved in these stunts.
I would also like to
Jesus
stress that these
Christ.
stunt guys weren't just daredevils who fell from high places without any care for their lives.
Was a dingo.
These guys not only used
Dingo, hence
pads,
his name.
but they also had excellent body control and landing techniques that saved them from rather fatal consequences. Safety was still first for Hong Kong, but as you know, there's a reason why you don't see these sort of stunts in movies anymore.
Oh yes.
No matter how much padding you have on, you need balls
This is a
and
pretty good
titanium to take
stunt.
this fall.
Oh god, ball. That must have really
Ouch.
hurt the balls. Okay, maybe we'll continue watching this video in a minute. Tron was the first film to use CGI. Well, I don't think that's exactly true, but it was certainly one of the first films to use extensive CGI. Yeah, extensive use of solid CGI. I think there's about 20 minutes worth of CGI in it. In Tron. Odd Dragon, are you still here? Or are you gonna have to go now? You gonna have to go now, or are you still here? You are now my property. Oh, God's sake. Hippity hoppity, you are now my property. Oh, please don't. Need to watch the rest of the Mission Impossible films if you've only seen the first one? Alright. Okay, very good. Hang on. Save to watch later. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that one later. Okay, guys, I did say that this stream would also be themed to Gordon the Express Engine. So let's transition this stream over to him, and then we'll come back to the Matrix later on, probably. Mr. Hubbity Hobbity, come in and have some tea. You got him right back, John. You really did. Excellent, Todd. Great. Very good. Okay. Gordon. Inexperiences. Actually, no. It would make more sense if we went on one of those. Actually, hang on a sec. Where is it? Cool Beans Railway. I'll ask if Phil wants to come. Oh my god, who is Phil, I wonder? Let's go on Cool Beans Railway. Hopefully there won't be any lagging issues. Better not be that doctor guy. Harry Enfield and Chums. Yeah, maybe, if I remember, though I doubt I will, to be honest. We'll see. Come on. What are you doing, Roblox? Why aren't you loading? Okay, Roblox. Oh no, James. Seriously? Oh, you are such a little ripper, James. This game doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, well, this doesn't seem to be working. Cool Beans Railway doesn't seem to be working, so maybe we'll do something else related to Gordon. We'll probably watch like another video related. Hang on. Fill it with cement. Yeah, we'll probably watch another video related to Gordon the Express Engine later on. Though Roblox really does not seem to be working for streaming as of now. Oh, welcome back, Neon. Welcome back. Fill it with cement. Yes, yeah, you do that, John. Absolutely do that. Yeah. Yeah, later on. Yeah. Wait, it was all a joke. Yeah, it clearly was. Yeah, it very clearly was. Gordon would definitely hate the fact that all Indians go pulls freight only. Oh, is that... You know, I didn't actually think about that, William, that his freight counterpart pulls freight only and not passenger coaches like he used to. I didn't actually think about that. Wait, it was all a joke. Yes. Yeah, welcome back, Neon. Am I doing a TOTS TV VHS review? Well, I didn't actually grow up with TOTS TV, so I know how nostalgic it is for a lot of people, though. So maybe, though I can't promise anything, of course. Yeah. Now, what am I going to do with the cement I ordered on Amazon? Build a shed, maybe. A shed that James May would certainly appreciate. Look what you've done to my bloody shit, man. Bloody shit, man. Oh, God. Stop trying to offend him, James. Please, stop trying to offend him, James, please. No, I actually don't. I actually don't remember Bill Bricks. I'm bad to singing a song like I'm bad to the bone. Yeah, he certainly is. Bill, yes. Yeah. Oh, you remember. Oh, very nice. Right, guys. I really, really, really need the toilet. And also, I'm also going to need some water. So, guys, just give me 60 seconds and I will be right back. And I'm back. Oh god, what's been going on in the chat since I've gone? Eat more chicken. Thanks, now I'm hungry. Okay then, I like eating chicken. Should you do a tots? Yeah, I think you should. I think you should. I think you should. It is quite a nostalgic show, but then again, it is your choice. I know the puppeteer for Jim in Rosie and Jim was in Tots TV. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm led to believe that as well. Sorry for all these trolls. How can I make it up to you? I make a cement sculpture of me crying over the money I spent on cement. Call it high art. Oh god. See, this is part of the reason I do these live streams every week. You guys just make me laugh. You guys just make me laugh in the chat. It's so hilarious. Show you it. Tots TV. Yeah. Hang on a minute. Arnie fights Diesel. Arnold Schwarzenegger. You mean Arnold Schwarzenegger fights Diesel 10 in other stories? Oh, I don't really know what the possibilities of that fight would be. Anyway, guys, let's have a... Hang on. Unlucky Tug Gordon. Come to my poultry palace. So part of the... So in relation to the Gordon portion, to the Gordon the Express Engine portion of this stream, I'd now like to show you a couple of videos by the Unlucky Tug about Gordon, about why he's the most important character, why he thinks Gordon's the most important character in Thomas and Friends, and also about respect for Gordon, the best episode of A Bad Era. Recent episode of All In to Go showed a male cub, but for some reason he had an udder. Oh my god, where's the logic in that? Translate how into Romanian. I want cheese. Donkey, I want cheesecake for my birthday. Oh god, how into Romanian. Oh my god. A poultry palace, how possibly perfect. Romanian to English. Oh my god. Let's see what it says. You've really got to stop these, James. No, actually don't. I do like them, but so juvenile. Randy Cunningham. Wait, is he Arnie's lost brother? I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, let's watch this video by the Unlucky Tug now.
Continuing off last week's discussion about Thomas's dynamic characters, I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about who is the definitive greatest character of them all. You're probably thinking, duh, it's Thomas, the one the show's named after. No, you'd be wrong. Thomas's face may be plastered in every episode, and he may be the show's
Toy Story
main
films.
character, but he's absolutely not the greatest or the most important.
Yeah, you could become a review
now
channel
you're probably
someday.
thinking, it's Edward then,
good.
the first character created, and while, yeah, what Edward represents is pretty damn wonderful, he's not the greatest. The greatest character in the entirety of the Thomas franchise is Stefano the boat truck
trolling on the loose
thing. Seriously, what the hell is this? No, I'm just kidding. The greatest and most important character in Thomas is Gordon the Day Engine.
Damn, is Gordon's theme good.
If you all follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen me talk about this before, so this video may not be a shock to you. Gordon is the franchise's strongest character, the greatest engine conceived by Wilbert Audrey, and I'm going to explain why. There's two reasons. The first one is really simple. He's visually iconic. Literally,
I agree, he is.
Gordon is an LNER A1 class, the same class of engine as Flying Scotsman, the most famous steam engine in the world. This is the exact visual people think of when they think of a British steam engine, or hell, a steam engine in general. If you ask anyone to think of what a steam engine looks like, more than likely what they're going to think of is a big long engine with a tender pulling a long rake of coaches. This type of engine is just iconic, and so just on looks alone, Gordon is
got
too
nothing to
by
do with it.
association.
Yeah, that
He's
was
a
just
character-
that was his April Fool's video, William. That was actually his April Fool's video, William. I saw it. And yeah, that was his April Fool's video. Yeah, I kind of get why you don't like April Fool's Day now. I almost certainly get that Stefano guy is, but he's now my favourite character. Yeah, Stefano.
Always come to people's minds.
Yeah,
It's probably
yeah,
one of the
Stefano
first
is
three
visually a
people can
very
name
great
when asked
character.
to name the characters. The second
Gordon
reason
is
is a
one of them.
hell of a lot more in depth.
Yeah, Gordon is one of the main characters.
Gordon is the greatest character because he had the most significant journey of any character in the series. And this is what I want to shed light on today. I'm talking mostly about the books, so we'll start there. For those who are new here, Thomas is based on a book series called The Railway Series, written by Wilbert Awdry. If you haven't read it, then turn this video off right now and go find them online. This collection is our f***ing Bible. You can't call yourself a Thomas fan if you've never read them.
Well, I haven't. Well, I do remember reading a Railway Series collection when I was in year 1, so I guess that kind of counts. And I have listened to audiobooks of the Railway Series multiple times, so I guess that counts. So that means I can call myself a Thomas fan. Anyway, onwards we go.
Now, there is no flat-out main character in the Railway Series. It is very much an ensemble cast. Each book is usually about someone else. It's a variety of tales about this fleet of engines on this railway. But every series, any story, needs one character the audience relates to and follows. A protagonist. What is a protagonist? A protagonist is someone in a story the audience follows the whole journey of, from start to finish. Someone the audience experiences the world through, learns through, and has the ultimate, most complete character arc by the end. The character who is in the most different place than where they were when the story first started. You're probably thinking, duh, that's Thomas. He's the most famous one. While that's true, Thomas wasn't introduced until the second book, and by the end of that, his character arc was basically complete. There's a lot of stories with Thomas after that, sure, but he never drastically grows or changes as a character. Most Thomas stories are just about him screwing around on his branch line. Hell, Thomas barely appears in the last half of Wilbert's books. After book 18, he appears a grand total of 3 times, one of which is just a quick mention with no dialogue. It was clear after a certain point Wilbert had nothing more to say about Thomas, but still plenty more to say about other characters, like Gordon. Gordon was built in 1922. The first book takes place in 1923, shortly after he arrived on the railway. He's depicted here as young, eager, boastful, rude as...
I think that Willie Rushton is the best narrator of the Thomas audiobooks.
Takes place in 1923, shortly after he arrived on the railway. He's depicted here as young, eager, boastful,
I think you've told me that
rude as
before,
fuck,
James.
and a total hotshot. In the very last book, which is roughly 90 years later in 2011, he humbly retires.
Yeah.
A full character journey. Let's start from the beginning. Gordon is very flawed at the beginning of his journey. He is literally the newest thing.
Luna uploaded an actual video, did she? That's interesting. That's very interesting. Anyway, well, you go do that, and I'll see you in a minute. Odd, if you're still here, I have another question for you. And it's regarding Luna. Do you and Luna actually live together, or is it just separate? Or are you just separate? Or do you live separately from each other? Odd, if you're still here, can you answer me that question, please? Do you you and Luna actually live together, or are you, do you and Luna actually live together, or do you live separately?
in Express Steam at the time, and his pomp. All of Gordon's
Neon, are you
stories in
still
about the
here?
first
You haven't
half
chatted
of
for a
Wilbert's books
while.
or so are all about Gordon learning some sort of lesson.
I agree,
almost the
William.
hard way, and they're all at the result of him being full of himself and getting his comeuppance. All are events that humble him in some way. The biggest being when he gets himself into the most trouble he's ever been in, when he runs himself off the turntable into a ditch to avoid pulling a train and gets the Express taken away from him.
You've never actually met her in real life? That's a little surprising. Well, according to her, it's a great crossover from Luna. I'll check. Yeah, I'll have to check that out after this stream. You've never actually met in real life. That's a little interesting, considering according to Luna's about section anyway, considering that you both live in Denmark, I thought you would have met in real life at least once. That is a little surprising.
He also gets stuck
You
on
live
the
and
hill,
learn, I
bursts
guess.
his safety valve, loses the Express when he's sent down the wrong.
Are you back, Bash? Oh, welcome back. You've seen the Philosopher's Stone. Do I plan on reading any of the Harry Potter books? Maybe one day, but not anytime soon. Yeah, welcome back, Bash. Anyway, onwards with this video.
Gets shut up in the shed when he tries to go on strike, breaks his whistle, loses his dome, and gets stopped in his tracks by a f***ing cow.
Yeah,
There's
cow.
a lot of these types of stories
I
at
love
the
Ringo
beginning of
Starr's
his
voice
arc,
that he does.
and fewer later because Gordon grew. He learned from his mistakes and matured over time. In the later half of Wilbert's books, you'll notice these types of Gordon stories get a lot further in between. The last one ever is Wrong Road, where Bill and Ben give Gordon a good scare. The later Gordon-centric stories are more
She just contacted me one day and she asked me to teach her, and that sort of was just that. We've chatted though. Interesting.
And grounded. The token later
that's
Gordon
very
story
interesting,
is Tenders
though.
for Henry, where Gordon learns the fate of his
very
brothers on the
interesting.
mainland. I want to specifically call this one out. This is a huge realization moment in the series, one where events in real life.
Well, as I'm no good at 2D animation, as I've told you many times before, perhaps you could maybe teach me one day. I'm not suggesting anytime soon, but maybe one day you could teach me. Wouldn't mind learning. One episode of James plays Thomas Dreams is a superhero called Thomas Zoom with Lionel as his psychic, but he tells him to stop because the name is similar to a British TV show. Again, very interesting. Yeah, Gordon had a lot happen to him. Yeah, he did indeed, William.
Knowing your
A
siblings
lot
are all being
indeed.
scrapped, killed, and left for dead,
A lot.
and that you can do nothing about it is enough to scare any
God.
engine and any
Yeah.
reader. It is the harshest truth the series has ever presented to its audience. The concept of death and the loss of a family member.
Yeah, it
Wilbert
is.
chose
It
Gordon
is
to
very
be the
brave.
character to learn this terrible truth, the vessel for the audience.
It is very
He could have
morbid.
used Thomas, or James, or Edward, or any of the others who also all lost their siblings. But no, he specifically chose Gordon. Wilbert wanted Gordon to be the one to vessel this incredibly important story beat in the Railway series. A story beat for our protagonist. Also in the same story, we meet Flying Scotsman, Gordon's only surviving brother. We meet his family, basically, and a lot of time is spent on this. Gordon is the only one of the main characters we essentially meet the family of and really learn the roots of.
When I was young and green, he said, I remember going to London. Do you know the place? The station was called King's Cross.
Is it ever mentioned in any story what railway Thomas even came from before Sodor?
Oh, you're back, are you, John? Excellent. Excellent. And she had a Hot Wheels 1969 Comro, similar to Arnie's one, very nice.
No.
Well, obviously, Thomas came from the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway. That's headcanon. That is officially canon, so yeah, Thomas basically came from Brighton. It's generally accepted that Thomas came from Brighton. So I don't see why Unlucky Tongue is questioning this.
Never.
Spending the last 2 weeks or so doing digital art and then digitizing it later on. Very interesting, Neon.
Let's skip ahead to the Chris Audrey books. In Chris's first book, which takes place in the 1980s, he very firmly establishes that Gordon is middle-aged now. He's not a super eager, pompous hotshot anymore. He's a full-on grown adult and starts dealing with problems that come with his age, his next stage of life. The story triple header sets up that Gordon is out of breath.
And might be able to. A lot of it is self-study. No issues teaching. Yeah, maybe one day, but not anytime soon. But yeah, I don't know.
And the
yeah,
idea
maybe
is
one
teased
day.
that Gordon may be replaced.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
This idea is followed through on in a later book,
In a minute,
Gordon
James,
the High-Speed Engine,
if I remember.
where Gordon...
that would definitely be easier. A series of tutorial vids. Yeah, that would definitely be easier, and also would also be a better opportunity for you to pass on your knowledge to everyone else in a more generalized way. That may be a better option, actually.
Is legitimately threatened by the idea of an HST taking his job. He tries what he can to prove himself, and after several incidents, finally does. He wins the battle, but not the war. The looming threat of replacement and retirement is still there. And in the final book of the series, Thomas and His Friends, this actually finally happens. The Fat Controller retires Gordon from the...
Interesting as the real E2s are painted brown. Yeah, was there ever actually an E2 that actually ran in green? That actually ran in the same shade of green that Thomas ran in before coming to Sodor. Would be interesting if there was. CITV repeated Spider-Man 1994 and X-Men around 2011 and 2012. Interesting. Or were painted brown. Oh yeah, of course, they were all scrapped.
Express and Pip and Emma, the HST, take it over. This is such a crazy moment, and of course we expect Gordon to go ballistic over
I don't know.
But he doesn't. We are 90 years later on at this point, and Gordon has grown so much as a character that he humbly accepts it.
Has returned with his little friends. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Look at that.
Supreme
The
Lord
Railway
Electro.
series ends here.
Well, as you all know, I'm self-studying filmmaking and proper live-action filmmaking, and I'm hoping to use this and I'm hoping that self-studying all this knowledge is going to get me into it will be enough to get me into the industry. Is what I'm hoping. Yeah, it's what I'm hoping. Fingers crossed.
The series starts right after Gordon arrives and his life begins, and it comes to a close when his career concludes. The protagonist's character arc is complete.
Yeah.
No need to continue. Absolutely poetic. In the same way the Star Wars saga overall is Anakin's story, the Railway series is Gordon's.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Robert's intention to make Gordon the series protagonist.
Yeah, that may be.
I think it just worked out that way as he went along and realized Gordon was the one that he had most to say about. And Chris continued it and brought it home to a beautiful close.
And that's how I thought.
Now let's look at the TV show. Now there are a lot of differences between the books and the show. The book started out as a series of simple bedtime stories for kids, but as Wilbur kept writing, he kept looking more at real-life influences, and the series became more of a love letter to trains than stories just for kids. The books matured in real time.
You missed quite a bit when you were gone, Electro. Odd told me that he's never actually met Luna in real life, despite them both living in Denmark. He also said... Yeah, he also said that he might be able to teach me to animate one day, possibly through a series of tutorial videos, which would be very great to see. And then Neon said how he self-studied digital drawing. Yeah, you did miss quite a bit. But I have, as many of you will know, I have always been very bad at animation and 2D drawing. So maybe if Odd did do a series of drawing videos, I could learn a lot.
With the young audience, years to fully come out. The kids who started with the series at the beginning were adults by the time it ended. So as its fan base got older, having a younger character like Thomas so prominently in the spotlight became less and less a priority.
I do mainly want to properly learn CGI, but I wouldn't mind learning 2D animation
and
too.
it never deterred from that. In a visual medium, you need a main character the target audience can see themselves in and visually experience the world with. As it was aimed at a young audience, a young
Hey, little
character
Squinty,
was more
what's
necessary.
gray and ugly and
Thomas
has
was also
6
the most
arms?
popular character
I
in
don't
the
know,
books,
but
hence
have you
making a
looked
show
in the
about
mirror
him seemed like a
lately?
natural choice. But most popular doesn't mean most important.
You can make
Now,
it
how
up
does
to
Gordon
me.
fare in the TV series?
Doing some drawing yourself.
Unlike the books, Gordon has no
Very interesting,
conclusive
Electro.
character arc that ends because the show keeps on going. However, he does manage to stand out against all the others
Going to
and
practice
always
making
has.
gifts eventually.
For starters,
That'll
in
be
many
very
eras,
interesting
he always
to
has
see.
had the gnarliest crashes and took the most damage of anyone. Our eyes were always drawn to him. In most seasons that weren't tied to the books, Gordon's episodes tended to be the strongest as they were always about themes of redemption and proving oneself in hardship. In the bland-ass hit era, Gordon's episodes were always the best ones because of this exact reason.
Yeah,
The particular characters they have Gordon predominantly interact with is also worth mentioning. Gordon is one of the major characters who has some sort of relationship with every other major character in some way. Some character pairings that seem incredibly obvious on the surface have never happened. Would I blow your mind if I told you that Edward and Toby have never had an episode together? How about James and Emily? Or Toby and Duck?
All those
Weird,
pairings
right?
seems
Gordon has had episodes
obvious.
with every major
Let's see
player
drawing for
at
cover art for
some
my
point.
books.
Even the most significant side ones. When they brought Rebecca in, they were very clearly trying to do something with her and Gordon, even though they never really did much with it. Gordon also has the rivalry with Spencer, which is one of the longest ongoing rivalries in the show, and the only one that actually comes to a satisfying end. God, I love that episode. Who does Nia share her first episode with? You guessed it. And of course, Flying Scotsman. One of the very few real-life
Scotsman,
engines brought
Scotty
into the
boy.
series, and they directly tie him to Gordon.
This is my brother. They call him...
Built by British Railways, sold by Satan.
Indeed they do.
Gordon is just the most interesting of the main bunch because he has the most special ties. They can take Thomas around the whole goddamn world and into space if they want, but he'll never be the most interesting. And even in a show with Thomas's name plastered on it, Gordon still manages to outshine him. Gordon is this series' representation of life, the symbolic start and end. Through him, we experience the eagerness and fearlessness and scrapes of young adulthood to the harsh reality of getting old and that you will meet an end someday.
So hard,
Life is a beautiful thing that no one truly understands until the end, full of moments high and low, with every person you meet along the way shaping
Don't
the
crash into
journey.
the station and more. Yep, a
And
lot
it's
has
pretty
happened to
damn
Gordon.
remarkable
He's been through
that a
quite the rough
fucking
and
blue
tough
train with
journey.
the face showed us that.
Yeah, Gordon has been really rough. It's been through some really rough times. Oh my god, Gordon's theme just rocks. In fact, I really have to thank Gordon. In fact, this may be a day of making fun of Gordon, but I really have to thank Gordon because without him, because seeing him on screen was just so awesome. And the episode Thomas and Gordon was what got me into trains. Gordon's theme is what told me that trains are awesome, trains are badass, and I should respect them. Without Gordon the Big Engine, I would without a doubt not be who I am today. Thanks, Gordon, and thanks, Mike and Junior, for creating his awesome theme. Oh, hello, Abby Watson. Welcome to the stream. Sailor Mouth is my favourite. Yeah, very understandable, James. This is going to be a great movie. Come and have a look at this sneak peek, yes. Once all engines goes cancelled, Thomas will probably disappear. Most likely. It's sad, but it's true. And, yeah, it's sad, but it's true. And, yeah, it's sad, but it's true. But hopefully, but I do plan to revive. But hopefully Thomas will be revived one day properly. And all 42 Railway series books and all of their stories will be adapted for TV one day. I really hope. Oh yeah, Squid into Indonesian. You wanted me to do that. 1988 Plymouth Ferry would have been a great car for every villain. But Gordon had some good times by pulling the Royal Train. Yeah, he absolutely did. Abby, all my Kahoot streams are permanently cancelled now. I just lost interest in doing them. Oh yeah, Train lover Rexine really wish to know if you missed any vital information in the stream other than being told things about Gordon. Oh yes. I told everyone a lot about the Matrix films, and we're going to go back to talking about the Matrix films later on. Yeah, Abby, unfortunately my Kahoot streams have permanently ended now. They're just not fun to do anymore. We've just gone back to casually surfing the internet now. Oh yeah, Odd Dragon, if you're still here, that's another thing I wanted to mention to you tonight. When you told me that you don't really find Kahoot streams that fun anymore, I think you were in the right to stop doing them. Yeah, I think you were in the right to stop doing them. Yeah, Odd, I think you were in the right to stop doing those Kahoot streams. Because I've realised that they're not fun to do anymore. Yeah, I've realised they're not fun to do anymore. All that tedious waiting around for people to answer the questions and waiting for people to join, and barely anyone participates anyway. And those who do participate don't and those who do participate get most of the questions wrong. Yeah, Kahoot streams just aren't that fun anymore, Odd. So I've permanently stopped them now, and I think you were right to do so as well. You own merchandise of All Engines Go and you actually like it. That is interesting, I guess. Imagine Gordon... Yeah. Well, you said, well, you did tell me that you didn't... Well, you did once tell me that... Well, you did once tell me that you didn't, like... That you, didn't like... That you... that Kahoot streams weren't really working for you. I mean, if you do want to continue doing Kahoot streams, Odd, if you do want to start them again eventually, then by all means do so. I will still participate. I'm more than willing to participate. But for me, my Kahoot streams just aren't that fun anymore. So now I've permanently stopped doing them. Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to mention to you tonight, Odd. It's, yeah, I have now permanently stopped doing Kahoot streams. All my live streams are now just casual internet surfing. Imagine Gordon being given to smoke deflectors. I have said before that smoke deflectors do almost always make a steam engine look more badass. So yeah, but they would have to be British-style smoke deflectors, though, not German-style ones like the Flying Scotsman has. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of the Flying Scotsman's German deflectors. If any British steam locomotive needs to have smoke deflectors at all, I say they should only have British-style ones, similar to the ones Tornado has, the Peppercorn A1 Tornado, and Typhoon and Hurricane on the Romney Hive and Dymchurch Railway. Barely got any time to answer Kahoot in most of the time anyway. Yeah, that's also another reason I've stopped doing them. Yes. Rexine, they want to congratulate you on what you did when you were gone. Oh yeah, his trip to Poland. That really did shake me up. When I heard the news of Odd Dragon's Poland trip, that really did shake me up a lot. And I think... Yeah, that really did shake me up a lot. And that has been one of the contributing factors as to why I've been messaging Odd so much recently. Because, you know, I just want to know that he's okay. As we're not getting anything from him right now because of all the stuff he's working on. That's fine, of course, but I just want to know he's okay, and I just want to know how things are with him and how things are progressing with him. But when I heard he was going all the way to Poland, that really did shake me up. Oh, yes. Lost Thomas the Tank Engine episode. Sonic and to James the attractive female bat. I don't think he'd get that, to be honest, James. All engines go. Push along wooden railway engines are actually good quality. Yeah, I'm kind of inclined to believe that. Could have, but I just don't remember. Oh, that's odd. Oh, dragon. Hope there's an R-rated cut. It's always been PG, and besides they made fun of broke fans. Do you like the song I'm Bad to... Oh, yes, I actually do love that song. Oh, yeah, I will in a minute. Just let me catch up with the chat first, James. Gorn was given 2 tenders in James Fan 1991's videos. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting indeed. Those Marvel franchises in Wikipedia? Yeah, in a minute, I will. Very interesting. James. Rixie would like to congratulate you on Heroic Engines these last couple of weeks. Yeah, as I just said, the news of Odd's Poland trip did shake me up. Yeah, after he stopped streaming on the 10th, after he last did a live stream on the 10th of February, I was fine with him taking a break, but then once he announced his Poland trip, I got really shaken up. But yeah, it's great that he's totally fine now. And I also did find it, and to tell you guys the truth, I did find it slightly... I know Odd is also really, really busy working at his cafe at the moment. However, I did find it slightly hard to believe that alone was preventing him from doing YouTube. However, if he's doing this massive project with Luna on top of that, then yeah, both really working hard and doing this massive project with Luna, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, doing all that work, sure, yeah, he definitely wouldn't have time for YouTube. I don't think I'd have time for, I don't think I'd have that much time. I don't think I'm going to have that much time for YouTube during principal photography of all of my planned film and TV productions. But yeah, once all that's over, I'm going to, but once it's over, as I said, once all that's over, I would be able to get back to, them. Most of it was driving back and forth, but it felt good doing something. Yeah. I mean the song Bad to the Bone by the Destroyers. You mean I'm pretty sure you're referring to the one that goes bad to the bone. Bad. Gordon had some of the interesting chemistry with Henry, how they were rivals in the Railway series. Well, Gordon also did treat Henry as an equal. At times, so I wouldn't say they were full-on rivals. I'd say they were more hang on, let me read that again. Yeah, I'd say Gordon had a bigger rivalry with James. Yeah. Me being busy is actual work. The project didn't go into production until the 25th of March. Very nice. Yeah, when do you hope to have it finished, or can you not say? When do you hope to have it finished? Well, it's good, only what also did. You rescue Repsune from possessive dragons a few weeks back. Yeah, I remember you telling us. Oh, yeah, squid into Indonesian. Oh my god, I keep forgetting about that. I am so sorry, James. I will do that for you now. Indonesian translate to English. Okay. Oh, what is this gonna be? I am dreading this. You can't be serious. You really can't be serious. If Pepsi Man was in Marine, you have 5 chances as usual. Well, oh yeah, you said that there was all... I remember back in February, Odd, you also said that there was some other personal stuff that you needed to work on. You needed to focus on. When you said that, and after you told me about your new project recently, I automatically assumed that you were working on. I automatically assumed that you were referring to the big project. I automatically assumed you were referring to the big project once you I automatically assumed you were referring to the big project, but obviously you weren't. So what were those personal issues you were saying about, as you can say? Yeah, what were those personal issues about, if you're okay with saying? Would enjoy my life if I'm being interested in episode 9, 10. Definitely him and James, since they were boastful. Yes! Yeah, I agree, William. Must step out again for a few minutes, taking Rex to a movie. Back in 20 minutes? Yeah, no problem. See you in a minute, Electro. You got triple trolled. Yeah, Teletubbies. We're going through a release date. Yeah, and another thing I wanted to ask you was when you said also, Odd, another thing I wanted to ask you is when you said when you told me earlier that progress with work at the cafe has been 2 steps forward, has been 1 step forward, 2 steps back. With all the work, with all the progress that's been going on with getting all that new stuff ready at the cafe, what exactly makes you think that? Have there been difficulties with materials being delivered, or has it been things like you get something installed and then something immediately goes wrong with it? What's making you think that it's the progress at the cafe is 1 step forward, 2 steps back as of now? Yeah, no, personal issues are, well, a bit too personal. No point in dampening the mood here. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about it then. I won't expect you. I won't ask about it again then. Wikipedia came stories, but it was 50 billion. Thomas is only worth 9 billion. Where's the logic in that? VHS review next Friday. Yeah, and then after that, he's taking a break. My Jack in the Pack crossover bought the builder for an episode where they start working on a new foundation for the city being built. Rob the robot. Ammo. Yeah. So yeah, Odd, what's making you think that progress at the cafe is 1 step forward, 2 steps back? What kind of problems have there been? Just feels like every time we get somewhere, we've got to redo stuff, or it turns out there's more. Why? Because you, for example, install something the wrong way round, or every time we get somewhere, got to redo stuff, and then you realise there's more stuff. That there's more work that needs to be done. Oh, goodness me. That must be stressful for you. We'll get your update video out very soon, please. We'll get that update video out as soon as you can, Odd. A lot of people are, I'm sure a lot of your subscribers are wondering what's happening with you. Yeah, I know you've only just got the outline done, but yeah, get the update. Yeah, get it done very. Yeah, get your update video out soon. A lot of people will a lot of your subscribers as I've told you before, I feel should know what's been going on with you. Episode 11, Thomas, truckloads of fun, same one stories, yes. Dixon Church. Gameplay series part 3? Oh, I don't... What gameplay series part 3, Kieran? What are you talking about? Ton is the poor cement mixer because of how much we can make Dizzy and Tumblr understands they can't get to the jog, but Patrick is furious about it. Lol. Oh yeah, my Knights of Camelot VHS review. Yeah, that'll be out very soon. We keep getting into non-violent fights with some neighbouring houses, people who don't seem to be... all the work. Yeah, all the noise from the building work that must be going on there must be disturbing them. Yeah. But yeah, they did move there though. Yeah, they did move there. Just suck it up for God's sake. Yeah, just suck it up for God's sake. Just suck up that there's gonna be a bit of noise from the building work. Jesus Christ. Part 3. My mum did the manga sign to someone at the car at McDonald's 1 or 2 weeks ago. What prompted her to do that, James? Something came out in freaking 2000 isn't exactly popular anymore. It's more for them a timeless classic that's been around since 1945 with 500 episodes and God knows how many toys. That I can agree with, Bill Bricks. Okay, you wanted me to Google Dixon Church, James. I shall do that for you. Neon, are you still here? You haven't chatted for a very, very, very long while. Are you still here, Neon? Okay, let's see what Dixon Church is about. Sod right off, James. Just sod right off. Alright, now we'll move on to that other Gordon video I wanted to show you. And then once I've shown you that, we'll get back to the other topic of this stream, the Matrix franchise. Yeah, we'll get back
Let's talk about
yeah, after this we'll get back yeah, we'll get back to we'll get back to Gordon now, and then after that we'll get back to we'll get back to talking about the Matrix once we've watched this video. Complaining since long before the building. Cafeteria's been there for years and it's next to a freaking highway. Noisy 24/7, trucks passing constantly. Like, what is their deal? What is their deal? What is their problem? If you don't like the neighborhood, move elsewhere. What the hell's stopping you? Jesus Christ. If you don't like the neighborhood, move elsewhere. Mr. Conductor fighting Diesel again. He can be tough, he can. Why didn't I get to know everything about Concrete 2 Trend? He isn't a proper cement mixer. He's just a lorry with a trailer. Nothing special about that. No, I beg to differ. They're both just as special as each other. Jeremy Clarkson would like Dixon Church. I'm sure he would. So Dora, Summer, more valuable than Sesame Street, Thomas, Bob the Builder, and Paw Patrol. Even more valuable than Paw Patrol? But I've barely heard... Okay, aside from Dora and the Lost City of Gold, I've barely heard anyone talk about Dora the Explorer for years and years and years. How is Dora even still relevant if I haven't heard anyone talk about it for years? Which adds an even further layer of mystery to why which adds an even further layer of mystery to why why Dora's become so big. Gonna go now, play 5th part of Pac-Man Let's Play? Yeah, you go do that. Thank you for coming, My Little Pony fan. Bye-bye. I'm so glad you could be here. Bye-bye. Yeah, still here. Very good, Neon. Sesame Street, Thomas Bob the Builder, Caillou and Bunny. We're all despised by parents. Yeah. We're loved by parents. Dora, Caillou and Bunny were despised by parents. Yeah, very incredibly understandable, Bill Bricks. You reached 100 subscribers on Wednesday, did you, Kieran? Oh, congratulations. Getting late for me? Oh, yeah, it must be. Yeah, it's 2051 here in my country. So for you, it must be almost 10 o'clock. So yeah, I bet you absolutely have to go to bed now. Yeah, I bet you absolutely have to go to bed now. All right. All right, off you go. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, and before you go, Odd, I'd love to see you at my stream again next week. I'd love to see you at my stream again next week. Please. I'd love to see you here next week if you can make it. So yeah, if you can make it, please please attend next week if you can make it. I'd really love to see you here again next week. Thanks for coming, Odd. I really, really appreciate you being here for almost 2 hours. Thanks so much for coming. I'll talk to you again. May talk to you. Oh yeah, I was gonna leave you my ideas for my video and live stream ideas for your second channel. I'll leave that for you tomorrow, and then after that, I won't disturb you again until until next week. But yeah, I hope to see you on my stream again next week. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. See you, Odd. Yeah, only worth 7 billion. Yeah, you told me before, Bill Bricks. Upcoming VHS reviews. Yeah, that will be more like. Take care. Take care as well. Thank you. Hearing lorries, trucks rattling and banging past every so often gets on my nerves. Yeah, I bet it would, but, like, you shouldn't complain if you live there. You shouldn't complain if you live in the area, in my opinion. Just imagine a Grand Tour special where they go to Dixon Church. Oh, the amount of jokes and comedy that could derive from that, James. My God. Patrick, Bob, and Miss Jenny already explained you two-ton can make more cement and his cement mixer tray. I didn't get the job, and I'm not complaining because there's a lot of concrete, yeah. Jobs to do for the city. Yeah. I don't want to go to church. I'd rather watch Dukes of Hazzard. Oh yeah, I think that line was once said in The Young Ones. I believe it's 3 weeks till my next VHS review, Kieran. Bob the Builder, The Knights of Camelot. Don't want to rather watch Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, no problem, I guess. Bill Bricks. Christ, I didn't take the news well. Look what I've done to your bloody Plymouth Ferry. No wonder that thing jumps to life. I don't actually get what you mean, Dominic, but whatever. How many weeks left next VHS review? Yeah, I've already answered that. Also, my series, Patrick will speak with an Norris science actor and a reference to the Irish are hired as bricklayers back in the old days. Very interesting. Yeah, I think that would be a very interesting idea. Yeah, very interesting idea, William. My trolling needs to be stopped. To be honest, it does. Yeah, it does, to be honest, James. Andy Pitkin is from Little Britain, not the young ones. Oh, yeah, Little Britain. Oh, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Trolling needs to be stopped. Well, you do have the power to stop it. You are the one who does the trolling, so you do have the power to stop it. Anyway, guys, let's watch this video now. I've been putting it off for a while now. Yeah, let's watch this now.
Let's talk about something that I don't usually talk about on this channel. The hit era of Thomas. For those who need context...
You gotta get to bed as well, have you, John? Oh, don't worry then. Yeah, you go off to bed now, John. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, John. See you next week, I hope. Thanks so much for coming. Yeah, I'll see you next week, John. Thanks for coming. No, I haven't ordered it yet, Kieran, but, I will before I go to France. But as you guys know, I'm not going to actually review it until after I get back from France. You'll stop trying for a while, will you? Thank God. Mercy. Ah, yes, mercy at last. Oh, yes, mercy at last. Thank you. Yeah, well, thank you anyway. Yeah, see you next week, John. Thanks so much for coming. Right, onwards with this video.
The Hit Era is the name fans have given the 5 seasons of Thomas that started in 2004. Seasons 8 through 12. And by extension, the first 4 CGI seasons animated by Nitrogen. It's called the Hit Era because the children's media company Hit Entertainment had purchased the Thomas brand the year before. Hit had a different vision for Thomas, a vision that would completely screw over how the general public perceives the franchise. What Hit did was essentially soft reboot the series for a much lower age demographic. In 2004, Thomas returned for its 8th season with a completely new format that included longer episodes, an all-new score with a different composer, a new writing style, and an all-new theme song that nobody liked. I still, to this day, do not understand why they changed the theme song. What was wrong with the original one? Literally everyone on the planet knows it. I'm very aware that a lot of my viewers grew up with this era of Thomas and are nostalgic for it. There's nothing wrong with that. Feel free to like whatever you like. But I'm a firm believer that nostalgic doesn't equal good. I'm nostalgic for the Star Wars prequels, but I don't pretend that they're great movies to try and justify me liking them.
That could be an interesting conflict.
If I'm honest. Hit era Thomas is basically the same in my eyes. If someone outside the Thomas world went from season 7 to season 8, they're definitely going to notice that step down in quality. It's just too jarring to not notice.
There
was a very clear attempt to make Thomas appeal to a much younger audience. We're talking straight up toddlers here. Not all ages like it was before, but literally just toddlers. This resulted in a complete rework of the show's structure. Our huge cast of characters was dwindled down to a main cast of 8 and a few of the recognizable side ones. Characters like Duck or Donald and Douglas and Terrence the Tractor all got the boot. Very kiddie gimmicky locations would start becoming a norm as well, including places like an ice cream factory, or a bakery, or a puppet show theater, or a pirate's treasure cove, etc., instead of the more realistic locations of grimy industry that were so present in the seasons prior. But the biggest thing that took a nosedive during this era was the writing. The episodes became intentionally dumber and drawn out. Characters became much more childlike, and the writing got lazy. The
James redub.
Came into
yeah, I think I've seen part of it. I haven't seen all his redubs. That's the only one I've seen, and even then I've only seen part of it.
Of the new longer runtime. Thomas episodes always stuck to a 4-minute, 30-second format, and that short length was perfect. It was short and digestible, so kids could watch full episodes before losing attention, and it also made the older episodes a lot more snappy. There was never time to waste, so the pacing was always moving. There was no dawdling to pad out time. Hit changed the runtime to 7 minutes because they wanted to reformat Thomas to fit better in half-hour blocks for PBS and Nick Jr. airings. 2 7-minute episodes, a 5-minute old episode in the middle, plus 3 minutes of learning segments, the engine roll call, and the credits, and you got 25 minutes of material, with 5 minutes left for ads. You would think that 7 minutes is a good thing. That means 2.5 more minutes of Thomas content. And in a
Neither do I,
world,
James.
Yeah, that would be great. And it can be done. See the Burn era where they use 9 minutes.
I reckon he does. I don't see why he wouldn't.
But it's not a good thing here, because so little happens in these Hit era episodes. Less world building and plot occurs in a hit episode than in a classic one. It's basically taking less plot than before and just stretching it out.
Perfect
Take an
description,
episode like
Tug.
Thomas
That's a
and the
perfect
insert
description of
object
that.
name here, where the majority of the runtime
Thomas
is
and the
just the
insert
three
object
strikes
name
formula.
here. Yeah, those are
Thomas
very
makes a
common
mistake
in the hit
3
era.
times, and on his third time, realizes he messed up. Did that mistake have to happen 3 times for this story to work? No. It's a waste of time.
Neon, you
That's why
still
these
here?
episodes
You haven't
come off
chatted
as
for
so
a while.
boring, because nothing happens. I honestly
Still
think
here?
the
You haven't
majority
chatted
of the
for a
hit
while?
episodes would be more enjoyable if they were cut down to a 4:30 runtime like the classics. Thomas Media Fan 2002 did an edit of Season 8's Fish to a 4:30 runtime, and I honestly didn't notice a difference between it and the original. That just goes to show how much time these episodes waste, and what little purpose the longer 7-minute runtime serves. However,
Oh, this is where the
episode,
video gets interesting.
one brilliant gem of an episode that uses its 7 minutes to its full advantage in crafting the best story it could. And that episode is Respect for Gordon.
Yeah, Respect for Gordon. One of my favorite episodes of season 9
Respect
as well.
for Gordon is, in my opinion, the best episode of the hit era. And here's why. So I'll start just by going through the episode in order. On the surface, this episode seems fairly generic and starts off like any other.
Mirror Haze
Engines are doing their
Busters.
jobs, Thomas pulls
Oh yeah,
anchor,
Mirror Haze.
Gordon
Oh
pulls
yeah,
his
that's
grass,
the
yada, yada,
website
yada,
with all of
typical
the
hit episode intro.
crappy
The narrator
games
tells us
and
Gordon's firebox
terrible
makes a
TV
clanking
shows,
sound
great
as it
TV
cools
shows,
down
great
at
movies,
night.
awful movies,
It's
some
something
great
Gordon
games,
is
all
rather
those stuff.
embarrassed
Yeah,
about.
Mirror Haze
And one night,
Busters.
Percy and Thomas decide to give Gordon shit for it. And then they continue in the next morning, and then it starts to become a thing. Every engine starts teasing Gordon and belittling him. Gordon reaches a boiling point and decides it's time for everyone to start respecting him.
You know, guys, I've just been. This is completely unrelated, but I've just been thinking now. Maybe 10 seconds on the slow mode timer is just a little too long. Yeah, as you know, I introduced the slow mode because as more and more people started watching my streams, the chats became a lot faster and I couldn't read it as fast. So, I've just been thinking. I've just now been thinking that maybe next week and in all streams that follow, I'm going to reduce the slow-mo timer from 10 seconds down to 5 because waiting for you guys waiting for your slow-mo timers to run out and enabling you to chat a lot more, I think 10 seconds is a little too long for you, I've realised, because sometimes my streams can go through slumps like it is now where barely anyone chats at all. So I think for next week's stream, I'm going to change it to, I'm going to change the 10 second slow mode to 5 seconds, and hopefully then you guys will, the chat will be much more active if I change it to 5 seconds. It may be harder for me to read, but I've realised I'd rather the chat be more active than it being slightly easier to read. So yeah, I think next week I'm going to decrease the slow mo timer from 10 seconds to 5 to allow you guys to chat more. If you haven't seen Fraggle Rock, then what are you doing with your life? I think I've seen a little bit, though not a lot. I don't really know what it's about, to be honest. I know it's related to music, but I don't know any of the names of the characters and I don't remember any of the episodes. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, onwards. One episode with Mr. Bean in the animated series. He gets chased by the three-wheel blue car as a reference to the 1983 film Christine. Oh, is that true? Interesting. Gotta go to sleep now, have you, William? Yeah, it must be really, really late, or it must be 5 or 6 a.m. in Australia now, William. And you definitely need to. I expect you definitely need to sleep now. So yeah, you go off to sleep now, William. Thank you so much for coming. See you next week, William, I hope. Bye-bye, William. Thanks so much for coming. So Neon hasn't replied yet, so I assume he's had to pop out briefly, but hopefully he will be back before the stream ends. before this stream ends. Okay, onwards.
He selfishly demands everyone respect him every time they see him by shutting up and giving him a polite whistle. Of course, naturally, everyone is like, no? Of course we're not going to do that.
You can toot at him if you like.
Toot.
I'm not going to.
Gordon gets his comeuppance later on when he gets so distracted by Emily not whistling at him that he runs a red signal and crashes. A pretty spectacular crash, for the record. Although I have to wonder how many casualties there were from this. He was pulling the express after all. Coincidentally, we don't see Sir Topham Hatt at all in this episode. He must have been busy dealing with the hundreds of lawsuits against his railway.
Yes, of course.
Gordon has to be taken out of service for repairs, but not before being teased by the other engines. We reach the 4:30-minute mark, and for all intents and purposes, the story could have ended.
I have as well. I did like it back in
necessarily selfish to others.
I did 2 years ago. I did like it when I did Thomas.
And learns
when I did my
very
Jim Runner Jets at the HS review. But yeah,
story formula.
I am also
Seeing dirty
neutral to it
objects,
now. In
Percy
my,
takes
yeah,
the plunge,
I am also
off the
neutral to it now,
rails,
though.
Thomas comes to breakfast, better view for Gordon.
Back until the end of the stream now,
The
are you,
story
Electro?
could.
Very good, very good. Welcome back. Neon seems to have had to disappear though. Neon seems to have had to disappear though. He hasn't chatted for a good while. Hopefully he will also be back before the end of the stream as well. Odd and John have also had to go as well because it's quite late for them as well. Yeah, they've had to go off to bed as well. They've had to go off to bed as well. But I don't think Odd heard me. I think he was already gone by the time I said it, but I am hoping that he will come back and that he will be on next week's stream as well. I'll ask him tomorrow. I'm a little tired now. I'm a little too tired to ask him now, but I'll ask him tomorrow when I leave him all of my ideas for all of my video and live stream ideas for his second channel tomorrow. And yesterday I left him all the ideas I've had for his main channel, but tomorrow I'm going to leave him all the ideas I've had for his second channel, and also ask him if he can come back next week, if he can come to next week's stream as well. Yeah, but Odd and John have also had to go, and yeah, but hopefully Neon will be back before this stream ends. Must have went out and is now being reignited into someone else. Yeah, maybe he's training himself again. Oh, I don't know. We just need to see what happens. Swear to hell I might gain interest in Jimbo. If he comes to the best TV shows wiki. Yeah, I can see you. Yeah, I guess I can see that happening, James. Okay, onwards.
It had ended here, and it would have
Oh, this is interesting. This
but
part
that's
of
the
the
magic
video.
of respect for Gordon. It doesn't end here,
Next week's
and
stream
it keeps
is
going.
10th stream I've
Instead
attended on
of
this
having
channel.
a simple story to 7
Very
minutes,
nice, Electro.
Respect for Gordon uses that extra 2.5 to make the story more interesting and flesh out the characters a bit more. So
Very
while Gordon's
interesting,
away being
Electro.
repaired, Henry and Emily take it in turns to haul the express. One night they all come together and agree that, pulling a non-stop express every day is actually pretty tiring. Gordon's job isn't actually that easy. Maybe, just maybe, he does deserve that respect he desires. Maybe we were wrong to tease him. It's a classic run a mile in someone else's shoes story. Very similarly to Henry's hero, this episode goes out of its way to show that there isn't a really clear right or wrong side. The engines were just as wrong to make so much fun of Gordon as Gordon was to demand respect for them. But at the same time, both sides are right in their own ways. It was ridiculous of Gordon to demand such a thing, and the engines were right to call him out on it. But at the same time, Gordon is a hard worker, and that shouldn't go unacknowledged. The episode ends with a nice, endearing scene of all the engines together where they each apologize to each other and they level the playing field. Gordon learns that respect is something that is earned, and the others learn that every hardworking member of their team deserves respect. This is a very rare hit-era episode that actually progresses the characters a bit. It's such a wonderful team-building story. While it is an excellent Gordon episode, I would also call this a really good Steam Team episode, perhaps one of the best we've gotten. And all of this wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for the advantage of that longer
What do you think your
runtime.
favourite moments of Gordon in the show, since that is Educating Gordon Day? I was going to ask to be his engineering teacher. Well, I think Gordon already knows a lot about engineering. So, seeing as he is a steam engine, so maybe. Favourite moment of Gordon in the show? Oh, that is a hard one. He has had so many great moments. If you earlier in the stream, we talked about, I showed you all a video as to why he's the best character. This one is about one of the episodes featuring Gordon. Oh, Gordon's had so many good moments though, so many memorable moments. Ones where he crashed through the station wall, loses his whistle, pulls Thomas behind him with the express. Yeah, so many good ones. I wonder what it is, though. I wonder... Yeah, Gordon has had so many great moments, though I can't exactly name a favourite moment, a definitive favourite moment of mine from him in the series, though. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I have many favourite moments, but no one definitive favourite moment, Electro. So yeah, I can't say for sure, though. A lot of favourite moments, but I can't say for sure. Okay, onwards. This video's
So in conclusion, Respect for Gordon is a standout episode that I think is on par with the likes of the classic series.
Yes,
it's
he
not
did
the only
indeed,
hit
James.
episode that I think is worthy of praise either. It's Good to Be Gordon is also an awesome episode, as is Squeak, Rattle, and Roll, and also Gordon and the Engineer, and I'm sensing a pattern here.
Yeah,
the Hit era did a bad job overall of using the new format to its advantage, and it just paved way to even lazier storytelling in the years following. I don't defend this era, as it truly did over Thomas's reputation to the general public as just another brainless show for babies. But it still had its moments. I don't champion a season good at all if only like 2 or 3 of the 26 episodes are gems. But it does make those gems shine not a brainless show for babies. Than the rest.
It is much
Respect
more
for
than
Gordon
that.
Is a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, it is definitely. Thomas the Tank Engine truly is good quality entertainment. Not just for kids, but for adults too. Okay, guys. It is now 21:14. We're going to go for another half an hour, and then this stream will end. So yeah, for the last half hour of this stream, we will talk about, we will go back to talking about The Matrix for the last half hour. Okay, let's just type The Matrix into Google and just see what comes up. Literally no one else has chatted. Hang on. Have you heard of the song Rock and Roll Is Here to Stay? No, I have not. Barely anyone has chatted for quite a long while. And Neon isn't back yet either. Wonder what's forced him to disappear. Anyway, let's have a look. I don't really want to show any more clips of the Matrix films. I may show some more behind the scenes footage, but I don't want to show any more clips of the trailers or footage of the actual film itself, just in case I get copyright claimed. Just in case. visual effect known as bullet time. Oh, this looks interesting. How the bullet time effect was created. Seems that they use a lot of camera rigs. It seems here that they're using multiple cameras. It seems here that they're using multiple cameras, each one capturing the bending effect in slow motion. Imagine a Rory the Racing Car Wii game that's an actual racing game. Yeah, it should have been an actual racing game. Oh yeah, using the CGI. Very nice indeed. Actual Rory game, not a port of a DS game. Yeah, it should have been an actual racing game. Very interesting indeed. All but a few scenes were filmed at Font Studios. Barely anyone is chatting now. What's going on? Why is barely anyone chatting? Okay, mic is still working. Just maybe it's because the mic wasn't working. Just checking. Electro, are you still here? You haven't chatted for a while either. Bad to the Bone appeared in... That would have been cool, actually, Dominic. That would have been cool to see, actually. There were a lot of... similar to how it was seen in Terminator 2. Though Terminator 2 was a pretty expensive film, so it may have been a lot of money so a lot of money may have had to have been used there for that. Electro, are you still here? It's been a while since you chatted. Are you still here? I described Stanley Kubrick as a formative cinematic influence. Transgender themes. Oh yeah, transgender. The Wachowskis have become transgender. Thematic analysis. Oh! The Matrix franchise influences and interpretations. Remember, where there's smoke, there's Pingus. Pringus! The Matrix make numerous references to films and literature and historical myths. But, religions. Very interesting. First Matrix features numerous White Rabbit, The Rabbit Hole, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, it has reference to Alice in Wonderland. Ghost in the Shell is a strong influence. Cyberpunk thriller film. Oh yeah, with the main character connected up to all those things, like similar to how to Neo was, and all of the things harvested. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe Electro has had to suddenly disappear unexpectedly. Or maybe he's having Wi-Fi problems. Yeah, he has had Wi-Fi problems before. Maybe he's had to go because he's having Wi-Fi problems, but he should be back. What else? Marxist social theory. Marxism is a new religious movement. Free screensaver. Or box office performance. Over 900 and almost $2 billion. Film series grossed almost $2 billion worldwide on a combined budget, all four films, of $553 million. Consider James Dean makes you say he's going to buy Stingo Spoonful from day one. Yeah, I can see that he would. The Animatrix. Oh yeah, I've heard about the Animatrix before. You're back now. I see. I see you've been doing some research. Who do you think is the best director? David Mitton, definitely. The whole Thomas fandom loves David Whittam. Yeah, the whole Thomas fandom loves David Mitton. So yeah, every Thomas fan would agree that David Mitton is the best. Hello, Asa. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'll just call you Asa. We're only going to go for another 25 minutes, though, Asa. We're getting near towards the end of the stream, and I'm getting very, very tired now. Becoming the highest-grossing R-rated film in history. Reloaded was a commercial success, earning almost $742 million in history. Video games. Would the song "I'm Bad" to the Bone by the Destroyers sound good if there was a... Oh yeah, I certainly think it would, Dominic. Right, back. Matrix review. Okay, let's have a look at some reviews of the Matrix films. Matrix. Yeah, I have been watching a few of these reviews of the Matrix. Oh, you're finally back, Neon. Oh, yes. I was wondering where you disappeared to. You're back. Yeah, you're back now. Yeah, John also had to leave. Yeah, it is quite late in Denmark now. Must be quite late in Denmark. I'm going to buy this game with a wasp from a show creator. The show also created one. Yeah, here now. Very nice. Okay, Chris Stuckman. Guys, if you haven't seen Chris Stuckman's videos, I'm subscribed to Chris Stuckman, and yeah, I think he's a very nice. I like a lot of Chris Stuckman's reviews. Anyway, his review of The Matrix is very short, and he has said that The Matrix is one of his favorite films of all time. So we'll watch that now. And yes, Neon, while you were gone, we have now finished talking about Gordon now, and we're back to talking about The Matrix films for the last 20 or so minutes of this stream. Then Train Lover, who do you think is the best? Ringo Starr. Michael Angelis and George Carlin, rest in peace, were also really, really good. But Ringo Starr will forever be my favourite. There's just something about his voice that fitted the narrator role of Thomas so well. I can't put my finger on exactly what, but maybe it's the calming way. Maybe his accent is weirdly calming and weirdly enhances the way those stories were supposed to be told. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's definitely it. The Destroyers. Internet became a little awkward. Oh, you mean you had to you mean the internet you mean you were having internet problems, Neon? Oh, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. After we've I think I know the answer to that one, James. And no, it is especially vulgar, so we will not be doing that, James. Silver Chevy for their tours. But actually, yeah, Pierce Brosnan was also very good in The Great Discovery. But yeah, Ringo Starr is definitively my favourite. Michael Brandon, though, most people agree that he was the worst narrator. Yeah, most of the fans agree that he was the worst narrator and he didn't really care. I agree with that consensus. Neospace. Very interesting. Okay, let's watch Chris Stuckman's review.
You just can't do a review of The Matrix.
One of his favourite films.
Without a pair of these.
Oh yeah, sunglasses, the agents.
Whoa. Welcome back to a long dead segment that has been on my channel for a while that I have not resurrected, and it's time to resurrect it. My favorite movies, in which I tell you guys some of my favorite movies. I have a playlist right now on the homepage for my channel for my previous 4 videos.
I just knew about
that town, that Austrian town, and no, I will not repeat it. There's no list. I do not have an all-time favorite movie, as so many people have asked me. I do, however, have favorites, and The Matrix is certainly one of them. Let's talk about it. The Matrix came out in 1999, and I'll never forget the way that it spread amongst pop culture, and particularly my friends. See, it looked cool. It was an intriguing looking movie, but no one really expected it to be as incredibly mind-blowing as it was in every way. It wasn't just a really awesome special effects driven film. It wasn't just a film that had really great kung fu fight sequences. It was a movie that had a really interesting philosophical story with tons and tons of meanings, metaphors, and honestly, something that seemed slightly tangible in a very frightening way. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about spoilers for The Matrix. I'm not going to get too heavy with spoilers.
We are
There's going to
actually
be some
living in a
things in here
Matrix.
if you haven't seen the film that
To
you
be
might
honest,
not really
guys.
know. I just want to warn you guys, but if you have not seen The Matrix, definitely see it. It is worth your time. Without a doubt, if you are a fan of movies. See, the trailers for this movie were so great because they didn't give away the fact that The Matrix is this fake reality that we're supposed to believe is real, and that we can be unplugged from that, and the real world is a place where mankind has been devastated by our own creation of artificial intelligence. And The Matrix in the film is described as a computer artificially based system, and just like any computer or any other artificially based anything, you can bend the rules a little bit. You can change things, which gives the filmmakers the excuse to be able to have people jumping and flying and flipping in slow motion, dodging bullets and everything. And it was like the most smart and tech-savvy way to be able to...
Neon, have you seen Electro's question yet? Oh yeah, I see you have. Yeah, you're just there. Oh yeah, well, I know you're still here, but have you seen Electro's question yet? Just wondering if you had. Will Smith, Wade Brain's call before Keanu. Believe it or not, train lover. You don't know one thing about The Matrix. Well, despite the fact that I themed tonight's live stream to The Matrix, I haven't seen any of the films yet. I do plan to. Haven't seen any of the films yet, but I feel I do know enough about The Matrix to have properly done this tonight and themed it to the Matrix franchise. But yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about the first film, at least, Electro. So I say you should definitely check that film out. You should definitely at the very least, check the first one out. The others aren't quite as good from what I've heard, but yes, Electro, you should at the very least check the first one out. I've heard nothing but good things about the first one. Don't know one thing about The Matrix, yeah. Bare to the bone. Snooping as usual, I see. Don't know one thing about The Matrix. Yeah, definitely check out The Matrix.
To make a kick-ass action movie and do anything you want and have it actually be plausible. If you've ever actually sat down and read the Wachowski brothers script for The Matrix, it's incredible the amount of detail that they put in to the description of the action. Because if you ever do any script reading, you will find that a lot of scripts do not take the time to describe the action. It will say 2 characters fight, 2 characters chase each other, or something very boring like that. If you actually open the script to the most famous bullet time sequence in The Matrix, where Neo bends backwards and the bullets fly over him, the way they described that in the script was just like reading a novel. It was so awesome to be able to read a script that was just as interesting as watching a movie, because they took so much time, the Wachowskis did, in writing this script, and so much care, and not just the awesome action sequences, but the characters in this movie. One of the reasons this first Matrix film was so much more well received than its 2 sequels is because of the fact that it understood that the action was just an addition to character and to story. Because I rewatched this film 2 days ago in preparation for this review, and one of the things that surprised me so much about it was I forgot how suspenseful the film actually is. There's a lot of really great tension that builds and builds as this movie progresses to the finale, which is this giant action extravaganza. And some people were like, well, it just went into the cliche shootout and big end fight sequence and then the chase sequence and blah, blah, blah. But the fact of the matter is, a movie can offer tons of cliched elements and tons of tropes we've seen before, but if it presents it in a different and intriguing way like The Matrix did, it's extremely successful. This is by far, in my opinion, Keanu Reeves' best performance, and he's given performances
He's done
in the past
many other
where,
good performances before, such as in Speed.
I love Keanu Reeves, though. He's
But
people have described him
Neo
as the
is
most
Keanu
likable
Reeves'
bad actor on the planet.
I think every actor
off
has
too. He
their
seems like a really
definitive
cool guy,
character.
but here he's just perfect for this role of Neo,
And
he really commits
Neo
to the action
is,
scenes as
Keanu
well,
Reeves'
which is something else the
definitive
Wachowskis did a
character.
great job in regards to their directing duties, because you see Hugo Weaving and Lawrence Fishburne and Carrie-Anne Moss and Keanu Reeves kicking butt on screen, and you know it's them because the shot lingers on them for a long time, and it pans in on them as they're doing these incredible fight moves. And the music by Don Davis was also a great addition to this movie, the way he used the different sections of the orchestra to reflect off one another to create that really great echoing sound. The movie definitely has a lot of Christ metaphors, that's for sure. I mean, Neo is the one. By the way, if you rearrange Neo, you get one.
That Neo's name
He's the one prophesied to come back and save
for
everyone.
one.
And while that can sometimes be heavy-handed in other films where it's like just pounding you over the head with its visual metaphors, it doesn't feel that way in this movie. Now, I'll never forget the way this movie affected my friends and I back in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had so many short films
This
in which
part
we
of
tried
it
to
of the
emulate
review is
Matrix.
interesting.
And since you guys
Only
are
5
awesome,
people watching
I'm going to
now.
show you a little tiny clip from one of our
We are
Matrix
getting
short films. It's
very
only a
near
few
the end
seconds long
now.
because that is only as much as I'm going to show you. But here you go. This is us trying to do a Matrix fight back in, like, I think it was the year 2000. I'm not in this clip. It's two of my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Slow
we
bullet
really
type
love the
effects.
Matrix. That was one of the coolest things about the movie, was that it was able to tell such an interesting
You still
story
here,
that
Electro?
somehow still appeal to kids who like to see people jump around and punch each other. I think The Matrix has one of the best first acts ever in a movie, culminating when he wakes up in the liquid pool.
Oh, yeah,
and he
you
sees
oh,
all
yeah,
the
I see
bodies.
you are.
That
Oh, yeah, I
first
see you are.
act
You're
that
still
ended
here.
with that was so
Somebody is supposed to
incredibly
tell you so you
powerful,
must be a
and
brand
one of
new
the most
hero.
surprising first
You
acts
must
I
be
had
a
ever
brand new
seen.
hero.
Even
Yeah,
back in the
he
90s. And this is
absolutely
one of the
must
things I've been
be.
trying to
I
emphasize
completely
lately is
agree.
that
He
you
absolutely
gotta
must be.
stop
You
ruining
hear that,
movies
Mr.
and
Anderson?
trailers because
That's
the
the
Matrix
sound
was
of
an
inevitability.
experience. In theaters, people were
Yeah,
shocked. It was
must
like
be.
the ending
Joe
of The
Mama.
Sixth Sense, except 45 minutes into
What
it.
about
It was so
Joe Mama,
incredibly awesome.
James?
The Matrix has amazing
Again,
action
I think your
sequences that to
restoration
this
costs
day
are
are
one
not rivaled and are
filthy buck.
continuously copied over and over again. Back in the early 2000s, The One with Jet Li, a movie called The One featuring Bullet Time.
parody.
It was
yeah.
such a blatant copy off of The
A
Matrix.
blatant copy
so
of The Matrix.
many movies copied off this movie, and not one, even its sequels, have come to being as good as this film.
Not
The
even the
story
sequels
is
are as good as I
absolutely
said.
solid. The script is incredibly well
Jesse
written.
Anderson
The acting
listening
is
along and
good. The
drawing.
music is good. The action's incredible.
Yeah,
The
you
Matrix,
do that.
without
Yeah,
a doubt,
you absolutely do
deserves
that.
an A+.
Jesse Anderson. Yeah, A+. I am confident that the Matrix.
I'm going to try to do
is
more of
also
these
gonna
videos
become
in
one
which
of
I
my
tell you
favourite
guys
films
some of
all
my
time
favorite
when I
movies
eventually
because
watch it.
they're a lot of fun to let you
Jesse
guys kind of
Anderson
know
made
what
Wins the
really
Rainbow
are the
Dragons.
films that inspired me a
Don't know
lot
who
and ones
that
that
is,
really
but
got my mind going a lot when I was
sounds
younger. I also want to
interesting.
tell you guys about something pretty cool. This website called warbyparker.com actually sent me these sunglasses and said, hey, you're doing a Matrix review? You want to wear some of our sunglasses in them? And I said, actually, that'd be pretty freaking awesome. The coolest thing is they actually sent me 5 pairs, which is amazing. This is something this website does. They send you 5 home try-on pairs of sunglasses or regular glasses that you can wear for free and see which ones you want to pick. They're very cheap. They're very stylish. And when they contacted me, I said, that is pretty awesome.
Okay, this is just a sponsor thing, so we'll leave it here. Now, before this stream ends, let's have a look at this The One film, a rip-off of The Matrix that Chris Zuckman just mentioned. 2001. Oh, look. Directed by James Wong, the same guy who directed Dragon Ball Evolution. Yep, it's inevitable that... Yeah, it was kind of inevitable that this film would suck. With concrete. Phil Mattel's ass with concrete. Oh, lol. Listening along and drawing, Why do you need 5 pairs when you only have 1 pair of eyes? No clue. No clue what the logic in that is. Multiverse is an interdimensional travel. From becoming the one. 72 million worldwide. Oh yeah, guys. I remember now. I said I'd do this. I'm now gonna tell you guys the idea for a Matrix-inspired film that I've come up with. This I gotta see. Yeah, the one. Yeah, rip off of the Matrix. Oh yeah, famous book by Mark Thunder. Okay. Oh no. What's this one gonna be? Sod off, James. Sod right off. So yeah, guys, before I end tonight's stream, I want to quickly talk about the idea for the Matrix-inspired film I've come up with. So do you remember a couple streams back? I told you about this idea for Double Agent? About this secret agent who often jumps into this vat and their body melts and then is reshaped into a completely new agent, usually a woman. Well, I've decided I no longer want to do Double Agent. What I'm going to do instead is take that idea that I came up with in Double Agent, the main core idea of Double Agent, and use it in a brand new idea that I've come up with. An idea inspired by The Matrix. An idea inspired by The Matrix. And, an idea inspired by The Matrix. And, as well as the films that inspired The Matrix. My trolling has really got both you and John Cena. Yeah, quite right. Who of us are enjoying this stream? More stuff like this? Yeah, more streams like this? Come to think of it, I could do more special streams like this. Yeah, we'll just wait and see what happens. It could be the words of that. Oh yeah, you told me about that before, yes. So my most recent film idea has been for a film called Lunatropolis. It's about this secret agent. So Lunatropolis is this city on the moon. However, the people who live in Lunatropolis don't even realize they're on the moon. They don't even know what the moon is. Lunatropolis is basically this self-contained world that they don't even realize they live in. Basically they help to power this city and extract helium-3 to send back to Earth. And the rich corporate overlords profit off that. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, the rich corporate overlords profit off the helium-3 export. However, the reason the vast majority of the Earth's population lives on the moon now is because Earth has become a war-torn, polluted planet. So the elite have created Lunatropolis to help the human race live on, but they also unfairly profit off helium-3 exports as a result. And so yeah, the main character is this secret agent who does frequently transition between being male and female. And and they realise that the people they're working for aren't 100% trustworthy, and eventually they begin to question their own reality, and then eventually join a resistance movement to help end the war and put the corporate overlord's tyranny to a stop. So yeah, kind of complicated to explain Lunatropolis, but I think it's a better idea. I think it's a much better idea than Double Agent, doing a kind of Matrix-inspired film in my career. So what do you guys think of that idea? And currently... So originally I wanted to do Paw Patrol International Rescue in 2034, but I've now decided that I want to do Paw Patrol International Rescue in November 2032, after Raptor Dogs Armageddon Day, the finale film to Raptor Dogs, then do Lunatropolis afterwards, and then do Alienated, my epic science fiction film. Yeah, and I reckon that Lunatropolis is going to have a budget of about $70 million. So what do you guys think of this idea? I got a Johnny version of Lightning. This came from the Pack the Awakening. We got the Honeycombs Penny Crown car, very nice. Thought of doing videos where Thomas characters go trolling each other. Yes, James, you absolutely should. Use your Thomas figures for that. Use your Thomas figures for that and provide their voices. I would definitely watch all of those videos if you did them, James. I'm sure they'd be absolutely hilarious. Bit like the Truman Show. Yeah, I also think that The Matrix is, I also think that The Matrix does also have elements of the Truman Show in it. But yeah, I do see where you're coming from with my idea. Yeah, with Lunatropolis. You know, the night shot at least as minions of Truman. Marvelous story. You have marvelous story in that track of mine that your train of thought rides. Oh, thank you so much. And I'm sure you think all of my ideas are, I'm sure you think all my film ideas are great, Electro. And I really hope that that you all think that all my film and TV show ideas are really good. I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! Either, but I've heard some pretty good things about it. May check it out one day if I remember to. Oh, yeah, guys, I've really enjoyed talking about Lunatropolis just now, and maybe in my next stream we'll talk more about it, and more about all of my other film and TV show ideas in the next stream. And what is this? Use UberDuck text-to-speech to use Thomas voice characters. Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah, use UberDuck for that. Yeah, that would be... Yeah, I'm sure that would be the best idea. In fact, use a Michael Angelis UberDuck. Either Ringo Starr or Michael Angelis UberDuck. That would certainly be the best. That would definitely be the best idea for that, James. If I had a he might turn into Christine. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, I had a really nice time tonight. Guys, but unfortunately, tonight's stream is going to have to end now. Because I'm really tired now, and now I must go to the toilet, take a shower, and go off to bed. Another idea you could have is someone who constantly gets two characters mistaken for each other. I'm sure you know what, Electro? I'm sure I could incorporate that idea into Lunatropolis. Yeah, two characters who get mistaken for each other. Yeah, with the main character switching back and forth between his male and female personas. I'm sure that would be I could work something like that into Lunatropolis with my main character. But yeah, guys, as I just said, this is where tonight's stream is going to have to end. Thank you all so much for watching. In the snails episode, can I say the truth about they eat snails in France? Oh, I'm sure that would be funny to hear, and slightly morbid as well. Yeah, see you in the next one, Neon. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, share this stream with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to me, TrainLover16, if you haven't already. Cannot wait for the future. Yeah, I can't wait for it either. Electro. Yeah, good night, everyone. So next week's stream will be the last one before my trip to France. And then after that, so next week's stream, I'm hoping to theme to France and high-speed trains and the French National Railway. Basically, next week's stream is going to be French-themed, basically. Yeah, next week's stream is going to be French-themed, basically, as it'll be the last one before my trip to France. And then the next stream after that is going to will be literally the day after I get back from France. So yeah, look forward to both those streams. And yeah. And also in my next stream, hopefully Also in my next stream, hopefully, hopefully we will talk a bit more about all of my other film and TV show ideas. Hopefully. And I will try and see if I can get Odd Dragon in to come to next week's stream as well. And I'm hoping that I can somehow convince him to come to these streams more frequently. Because, yeah, it would be very nice for him to come. It would be very nice to see Odd come to these live streams more frequently. He's only been to a few of my streams, but it would be very nice to see him here more frequently. Obviously, when me and him are streaming at the same time, he, of course, wouldn't be able to come. But of course, that would be perfectly understandable. And I, of course, don't expect any of you to come to every single one of my streams. But it's nice to see you all here frequently enough. It's nice to see you all here very frequently, and as I just said, it would be very nice to see Odd Dragon here more frequently, even if he can't attend all of my live streams. I'm sure it won't matter too much. I'm sure it won't matter at all. I'm sure it won't matter if he can't attend all of them, but I definitely would like him to attend my live streams a lot more frequently. I'll ask him tomorrow when I tell him all my ideas I've had for his second channel. At the same time, I tell him all my ideas for his second channel. And then after that, I won't disturb him. I probably won't talk to him again until next week. Anyway, guys, yeah, bye-bye, Neon. Bye, James. Yeah, good night, Electra. I've already said that. I've already said good night to you. But I eat snails in France. So yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I hope Odd Dragon will be able to come to next week's stream. And I hope you guys are all looking forward to the next stream. But until then, how many trolls were in the stream? Oh, it was just you, James. You're usually the only troll I have in my stream. But you're not a nasty troll. You're just a, I know all your trolling is in good fun. I know you mean no nasty harm by it. Anyway, guys, as I said, that's it from me. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope Odd Dragon will be able to come to the next stream. And I hope you're all looking forward to my next stream next week. My French-themed one. Thank you all so much for watching, as I just said, guys. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye, everyone!